Good morning and greetings from Ricany, the place which is hosting this year's Rugby Europe Championship in rugby sevens for both girls and boys. Today is a match 2, and today we will learn together about the final standings, including the medals. Yesterday we saw a lot of entertaining rugby. We were starting actually early morning and up to the evening. All the pools are now finished. At the moment you can see the current climate conditions, which are very much favorable and very similar to the morning, but of course the things get tougher as we go forward, as we expect the sun to go up and temperatures with that as well. In here we can see the upcoming games. First we will start with the girls tournament. The opening 2 games will be in the ranking playoff. We'll start with the Germany versus Poland game, followed by Turkey against Romania, and then there will be semifinals. First Spain against Czechia, followed by France versus Belgium. Just looking back on yesterday's results, both top teams which are expected to meet in the final have not failed their expectations. Both Spain and France won every game. France have not allowed their opponents to score any try, any points. 133 points for and 0 conceded. Quite similar display from Spain, just 5 points allowed. And great start for both teams. Let's see how they will cope with their semi-final rivals. Also Czechia, which is defending the bronze medal from the last year, has managed to get to the semi-finals, and this year it will be also Belgium which will contest. If we shortly also look at the boys part of this tournament, because very likely, as the schedule is tight, we won't have that much time to review the results of the boys. Here the system is a little bit more complicated, as we have 12 teams so far, as if they are coming from absolutely different universe. French boys have managed to beat all their opponents. They won the Pool A, whereas also Portugal, Turkey and Lithuania, and they promoted to the semi-finals, which will be played later today before 1 AM against local Czech team. Czech team has been actually in a group with Spain, so Czech team was the best out of the second teams. They had a very thrilling, playing very exciting game, an entertaining game, which was the very last yesterday against Spain. In the end, in the dramatic finish, Spain managed to win, so Spain was promoted as well, but Czechia, thanks to the positive score difference, managed to slide into the semi-finals as well. And then the last semi-finalist is the team from Germany, which won Pool C. But now let's come back to the girls tournament, as both Polish and German team are rushing onto the field. Those 2 teams will open today's program. Short check on the lineups. Starting with the Polish team. The Polish team was in the group together with France, Czechia, Turkey. They lost all of them even against the Turkish team, which is starting here new. Relatively tight game, but Turkey was a bit luckier one. And then we have Germany. Germany ended 3rd in their pool. They won over Romania, and actually the reason why they have not ended up in the semi-finals is that they lost in their opener with Belgium, which was a very close game. Belgium more lucky this time, but that's yesterday. Now we are on Sunday and we are starting another game. And those 2 teams are now in the playoff phase, fighting for the 5th to 8th place. Poland started with the ball, but now lost the ball. There was a knock on. German will restart the game with a scrum. Germany has quite a vocal support here in Ricany, as you can probably hear. A lot of fans and possibly family members found their way here to the central region of Czechia. We are just some 5-10 kilometers away from the capital city of Prague. So this is opportunity to connect this with holiday and to visit some landmarks, but of course I can imagine that for all the fans this rugby tournament is the main thing. So let's see how their teams are going to perform. Good scrum for Germany. Now they can distribute the ball wider. And so far a physical approach. It was Schrenk then followed by Steffensmeier. The ball moves forward and Germany is gaining meters. This time again changing direction, approaching more to the midfield. Polish team is managing to stop the attackers, and this is a knock-on advantage for Poland, which is immediately used, and this is a try-scoring opportunity. Very fast approach by Karolina Wojciak, but she was pursued by the German defenders. Amazing job by, now credit has to go to the German team. The German players did not give up, they were sprinting backwards and prevented Poland from scoring a try. Now they have a chance to release themselves from their defensive territory, this time with a kick, which is not that typical for rugby sevens. But it definitely gave them some breathing space. However, Poland is now continuing with another offensive effort. This time it's more gradual, not a breakaway. There was a slight gap in the German defense, but players in the blue jerseys managed to recover. Another solid tackle. And a penalty. Possibly Jadwiga Klebus held the ball on for too long. And this is an opportunity now for Germany. There's some space still on the left, and now fast legs of Noemi Ertel. She's still offloaded to one of her teammates, but this time credit to the Polish defense. So far quite exciting game. We can see that even though Germany was coming for this game with a better, let's say, position, their pool results were better. It's a very tight, and at least based on the first 3 minutes of the game, it's very difficult to predict who is going to win. It will be definitely drama. Now the time is off. Short break for the recovery. We can see one of the German players on her knee. Possibly cramps or some minor injury, but no surprise. We need to remind that all the players have experienced 3 games yesterday. It's very intensive. In 2 days you play 5 games. Polish scrum, but actually the scrum has not been very stable. There was a mistake on the Polish side, according to the referee. It's a free kick for Germany. The main referee, for those of you who have watched, surely remember Jara Fonseca, one of the Rugby Europe referees, which is acting, but this seems to be a try-scoring opportunity. And an amazing ball carry by Julie Steffensmeier. She's used her strengths and managed to beat several opponents and open the scoreboard of this day. First try after 4 minutes. Now conversion attempt by Lotta Kleine-Lumern, who was successful as well. 7-0. Germany is taking the lead. There's one more action. 2 hands off and then fast legs. There was still effort from number 13, Jasmin Ohanier from the Polish team, who tried to stop the try, but she was too late and also a bit too high. Poland is trying to reply in a fast fashion. Now trying it on the left side. Krupa was proceeding on the left side. Unfortunately for her, she stepped into the touch. Clear signal by the sideline referee. We have seen a couple of tight and dramatic games already yesterday, but the great thing about today is that we have now pulled the teams of a similar performance. We can look forward actually to way more balanced games. But unlike yesterday, there were actually 3 rounds. If I'm not mistaken, 30 games were played during yesterday on this field. One would not actually tell it based on the, let's say, the status of the grass. It still looks very good. You can see that the local team made a good job fixing some of the holes. Today they are just, and now I'm using quotation marks, 20 games scheduled. So each team will play only 2 more. This is a change compared to the previous round, where the Rugby Europe's intention is to care a bit more about the health of the players. Therefore, a reduction from 6 to 5 games during the weekend. Actually, that's the case for the boys tournament. The girls' schedule of 5 games remains the same as last year, but now a promising attack from the Polish team. Maya Schroeder was tackled. Poland is trying to maintain the possession. The ruck speed is not that high, but again, an effort on the left side. Wojciak. Still, Germans manage to tackle her down. One more step now. It a little bit resembles the 15s rugby. Operating on a tight space. Still, Wojciak trying on the left, and she managed to offload, and it's a try. Poland scoring their first try as well after several phases. Looks like that this pick and go style tactic has paid off in this case. If I'm not mistaken, it was with number 6, Iga Iwinska. We can now see her as she is recovering from this physical activity. Now she will have a bit more time for rest because the half-time break is starting. Difficult position for the kicker. And also windy conditions, which goes against the kicker. Score remains 5-7, so Germany will manage to survive the break, still in the lead. Here we can see the recap. Yeah, there was a important contribution from Karolina Wojciak with number 10, who has managed to attract the defenders and still to offload to the well-supporting Iga Iwinska, who was the first try scorer for Poland of this day. Short break ahead of us. Reminding about the upcoming game, which will be between Turkey and Romania. It will be also the ranking playoff. So the teams will compete for the 5th place at best. But let's enjoy the highlights of the first half. This was this amazing strong carry by Steffensmeier, who managed to beat Iwinska, actually the later try scorer, and one more teammate. And here's the second try we've seen just a few moments ago, this time from Poland.
Which side? Which side? Left, right? Blue. Captain Blue? Captain White?
Team Poland has kicked off the second half. And the ruck was formed. And there was even some infringement from the Polish side. Germany have therefore the opportunity to start again from a penalty. They decided to play by hands. We don't see this option that much often when the defense have time to organize themselves. But perhaps the German pack had already enough scrums yesterday and time to relax from that. Again, a good handoff, and now the Polish defense is struggling to bring down German attacking Sophie Hagemann with number 11. Performed a strong carry, and there's one more attempt. This time Polish defense more accurate. But and Polish defense is actually losing. This is Iwinska immediately using the needed distance. And one more whistle. And it seems to be yellow card. So I'm not sure whether... And yellow card for Iwinska. So this is interesting.
Time back on. From option.
Let's
Why the yellow?
see it one more time. So to be honest, difficult to say what has happened, whether there was some contact, whether the issue was with the handoff, which was aiming to the face, or whether the leg of Iwinska touched her. Anyway, one of the key figures, key players from Poland is at the moment in a sin bin. Poland has the disadvantage of one player less for the upcoming 2 minutes, but Germany has not started in the best mood, in the best fashion. Now they are pushed forward. The Polish defense is going up despite a number disadvantage. Even they try to be a bit more aggressive. They are somehow managing the numbers at the moment. But there's a lot of space on the left now. Very important for the Polish defender to bring them down, to stop the defense. And there was a knock-on. In the meantime, we'll see some substitution on the German side. And also a short treatment in the Polish team. Of course, this, well, from the technical point of view, this is of course beneficial for the Polish team, as the German team cannot use any potential momentum. So far their one-player advantage was not used, but we know that in rugby sevens a try can happen from any action, from basically any part of the field.
Okay. Okay. Okay, what is up? Gonna be here, girls. Over here.
It's still overcast here in Ricany, bit chilly. So that must be conditions which must be definitely appreciated by the players. Despite we are in July, we are not meeting some extreme temperatures. Good for the players' welfare. Now coming back to the game. Polish scrum still. Poland playing with just 6 players.
Come off to the channel. Let's restart.
Scrum will take place one more time. And again, favorable for the Polish team. That will cut some more seconds from the sin bin of Iwinska. On the other hand, it's the Polish team which is behind. Now already 3 minutes of the second half have passed. Free kick to Germany, which is leading by just 2 points, but leading if the game ends up like this. The Polish team will compete only for the final 7th place. And here's an opportunity on the right side, but issue with the handling. It's going to be another scrum. There was a knock on. Possibly Anna Bonert, number 13, has not managed to catch this pass. No, so this pass was okay. It was one of her teammates. Okay, it was number 11, Sophie Hagemann.
Be careful with the early push, okay?
Who dropped the ball. Therefore, another chance for Poland to keep the possession of the ball. But the scrum was really far from optimal. And an interception from the German team. Amazing sprint. This is Sophie Hagemann. The player who has knocked the ball forward in the previous section has now absolutely fixed this, scoring the second German try and getting another advantage, point advantage for Germany. Now on top, very, very suitable position for the kicker. And Kleine Limmern is heading 2 more points, so Germany ultimately managed to use the power play. And now as the time runs off, they even have the advantage of more than 7 points. So this could have been the decisive moment. Here one more time, Hagemann, and the smile, which is just saying everything.
Everything okay? Okay. Time back on.
Yeah, unlucky. Unlucky for Poland. Now issues with the ball catching. Amelie Vickery has dropped the ball and it went forward, so it's going to be scrum for Germany deep inside Polish territory. Just 1 more minute of the play. Poland playing with all the 7 players. But now possibly not enough time to come back into this game. All the German players need to do is to keep the possession, keep themselves away from their own try line and play safe, which is something we sought at the moment. Well secured ruck. Again, more physical style of play, the way how Polish team managed to score their try. It was in a similar part of the field, but there's opening now on the right side. There's a lot of space, a good handoff, but Polish team is still trying to prevent a try, but not successfully. This is going to be the final try of this game. Again by the German team, who is definitely sealing their victory in this game. And now we know that Germany will contest for the final 5th place. Their opponent will be either Turkey or Romania. And this is something we'll learn in the upcoming game, which is supposed to start in 2 minutes based on the tournament schedule. But before that, still 1 more kick from Lotta Kleine Limmern. She had really difficult position, so the fact that she has not added 2 more points absolutely does not matter. Let's enjoy one more time the last try of this game, which was scored by Noemi Ertel. So based on the referee, there is still time for the kickoff. Now we're going to the injury time. Again, issues in the Polish defense, and now it was Maja Schroeder who avoided the tackle, still kept the ball. And now a very sympathetic performance from the Polish team, who is not giving up. They cannot change the result, but they still want to score the points. Let's see how lucky they are going to be. German team defending now, trying to push the attacking player into the touch, and that was successful. That's all we've seen from this game. Germany managed to win their first game. They confirmed the position. And they will fight for the final 5th place. If we compared with their performance from the last year, 5th place is exactly what they achieved last year in the tournament in Bourgoin. The ambition was of the coaching staff from the German team was to be at least 5th, so still they can meet their objective. Let's see how they will do against their next opponent, and the name of their opponent is either Romania or Turkey. We will learn in about 14 minutes who that is going to be. Still, opportunity to enjoy the highlights of this game. Hagemann try, as we have learned later, decisive one, even though not the last. Very good interception. Hagemann read the game perfectly. And then there was nobody from the Polish team who was able to catch her. In the meantime, all is prepared for the kickoff of the next game between Turkey and Romania. Romania in blue jerseys is going to have the advantage of the kickoff. And Turkish team that was freshly promoted in the championship level. They were not participating in this tournament last year. Has performed very well. They managed to win over Poland. They were a really difficult opponent for the Czechia in the first half of the game. They were actually leading. We've seen that the Turkish player are very capable, especially here we can see number 12, Eylül Kartal, who possesses big speed, individual skills. They are able to accelerate and to find the gaps, in particular in the middle of the defense, but also on the sidelines, as we can see here. Unfortunately for Turkey, this action will not bring any try.
Hey. Romania? Here, Becky. Here, please.
Melike Tirkaya with number 1 was pushed into the touch. And first time the ball in the hands of Romanian players. Introduction of the referee, Catherine Ricany. Again, the referee we've been seeing during yesterday quite a lot during the girls' games. Good switch actually from the Romanian, but this time credit to the Turkish defense.
Knock on first. On first. Thank you. Here we go.
Now again, this active dominant tackle performed by Kartal. And later followed by
Sorry.
Tirkaya.
Crouch.
2 Turkish players.
Bind.
Very much visible.
Set. He's okay there. Hold.
Being among the key players from their team. Let's see if they will manage to add some more tries to Turkey also in this game. Oh, what a breakthrough!
Okay, that's it.
Pinar Jureskakaya made solid meters. And knock on.
Okay. Yeah. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Sorina Tilici is the
Side from
Player which feeded the scrum, and Romania is continuing with a penalty. Infringement from Turkey. And a knock-on by Sorina Tilici. A bit unfortunate for Romania because they had a chance to utilize the advantage. But Turkish players have organized themselves very well.
Crouch.
Now we can see this moment.
Fine.
The ball slipped from through the fingertips. So scrum this time for Turkey. And this is exactly the strength of the Turkish team. This individual ability to find the gap and exploit it. And this is Kartal, we've been mentioning her now. She is sprinting. Oh, very promising try scoring opportunity, but Romania has managed to come back. It was Daria Moise who was able to get her down. And we will still need to wait for the first try of this game. Romania opting for a kick. The ball is back on the Turkish half, but we can see that the Romanian defense is not complete. There are spaces. Oh, that was a pity that it was number 10, Emin Dilek, has not used her support. But Turkish team is still approaching, but we see the fatigue. However, it's going to be a really first try. Pinar Yuksekaya has in the end managed to run through Romanian defense. We can see this was really exhausting sequence. Lot of faces. Well, that's the usually in the rugby sevens. That's the cost. That's the tax for kicking the ball. There was this sprint. The players first had to, from Romanian perspective, to chase Kartal. There was a try-saving tackle, then there was a kick, and again, several phrases on the Turkish side, and Yuksekaya found still enough power to score the first try of this game. Turkey in the 5-point lead. Actually, now it's a 7-point lead because following conversion was good. Now we can see that the 3 out of 7 players in Turkey are on their knees, catching breath. However, the first half is not over. There is still some time to be played before the half break. At least one more minute, and that was a poor kicking attempt, but lucky for Romania, they still have the ball. Again, handling issue. You can see that the exhaustion is translated not only to the speed, but also to the passing and catching accuracy. And this is going to be another try for Turkey. So that's really dark end of the first half for Romania this time. So oh yeah, it's Melike Türkaya, a player who has scored several tries yesterday, is then adding one more.
10 seconds on the kick. You go.
And extending Turkish lead against Romania. The ball went through. It's both Turkey and Romania are new to this tournament.
You have the restart.
Now we can see the contest of these two new teams. And so far Turkey seems to have a bit more strength. But still not over 2 tries. That's not a fatal difference.
Half time.
but potential more answer for Romanian side. For that we will need to wait for the second half. First half is over. Whistle blown by Ricany, the main referee from the Netherlands of this game. About 2-minute break ahead of us, and then the second half. After this game, there will be a match between Spain and Czechia, so the first of the semi-finals. And let's see how much beneficial is going to be the home support for the Czech team against the title defending team from Spain.
Yeah.
Blue ready! White!
The whistle.
Second half of the game between Romania and Turkey in the girls part of the Rugby Europe Under-18 Championship in sevens has just started. Turkey is entering this half with a 14-point lead. But now we can see the spirit of Romania. They're not giving up, there's still a lot of time. They can still revert this result. Now they are approaching on the right side. This was not a knock-on. The ball went backwards.
Tackle is good.
But the pass won't go anymore to the left side. Well defended by Turkey. And the knock-on. He's ending this offensive effort.
Okay. Time off.
Can you please send 5 white off?
Okay, she's the one on the floor. So, yeah. Okay, number 5.
So the number 5, which is just being treated, will be substituted. That's what we heard from the referee communication. It's Pinar Yukesakaya
They've just told me they
who
want to
scored the first try of Turkey in this match. So now she has the deserved break. And also time to recover from whatever happened to her, but she seems to be generally fine, able to jog off from the field herself.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Turkey now changing the direction. Romania able to react. So there was a lot of room on the left side, but the pass was not caught well. And the kick and the individual action, which looks promising to Tirkaya. A bit of the football skills. And it's a third try for Turkey. So a wonderful individual action. And the second try scored by this player. Yeah, when we spoke about the, let's say, strengths of the Turkish team, this is exactly what we had on mind. This ability to individually surprise, to find the gap, or, as in this case, it was a bit more creative solution using the leg. Good kick then followed by her teammate. And now the score is 21-0 for Turkey.
Okay, we have one sub 12.
There was also a bit of the luck
Time off. Stop.
with the bounce of the ball,
Making a stop.
but then
Good. Okay.
Turkey was able to find still a lot of strength, a lot of energy, or a lot of, that's at least how it looked like. We saw that then after that she was really, really tired, but she managed to score a try. 21-0. Now we can see on the graphics 19, but I believe it should be 21 by now. Anyway, quite a big gap, big lead from Turkey at the moment. And when we consider that Turkey is still having the ball in possession, and one more try scoring opportunity, which will be converted into try here. Turkey is now making a huge leap away from Romania, at least on the scoreboard.
Yep, hold for a while. Or not.
Time off. Stop.
Yep, all good.
Okay. Time on.
Three minutes to go. Romania will not want to end with a 0 on their score table. That's for sure, but again, this offense was again not successful. The ball was lost there. They wanted to, let's say, a bit replicate what the Turkey shown, this kick and chase. But the ball was lost, and now again Turkey approaching forward. One more penalty for Turkey.
Okay. Time off.
So 10 white off.
Yeah.
10 white.
The game is now quite
7
much
blue.
fragmented. There are a lot of handling errors and also breaks for the player recovery.
Yeah.
Ready.
Time on. Penalty not rolling.
Not one of the most beautiful games, but for sure Turkey will have a good memories.
Okay.
This is going to be likely their second victory.
Thank you.
Yesterday it was against the Poland, and
Ouch.
now Romania will be the second defeated opponent. This means Turkey will meet with Germany in the ranking final for the final 5th place. I would still see them a bit as the underdogs against Germany, but of course they can surprise, and we know that they are able to surprise. Now, contest of two, numbers 8. Romanian number 8 won this time. Turkey still at the ball.
I tackle penalty only over the shoulder.
Back. Back.
Penalty. Clear instructions from the referee to maintain the 10-meter gap from Romanian side after their penalty. And knock on is going to end this action.
Hey, his mark.
We have sub 4 blue off. 4 blue.
Time off.
The number 3 it was Ferhan Sezgin, who was trying to score another try for Turkey, but she was held by the jersey and then dropped the ball.
Fine.
So another scrum, maybe one of the last ones. We have some 30 seconds to go. We can see in this tunnel composed from the tents on the left upper side that both Czech and Spanish teams are getting ready for the semi-finals. That's the game which will start immediately after this one is over. Now it's a question when this is going to happen, but what we know quite for sure is that the Turkey has managed to win their second game. They beat Romania 28-0 after a relatively tight first half where Turkey was quite lucky, well, they were, let's say, more resilient. So then they shown their dominance in the second half and deserved victory 28-0. Ranking game against Germany is going to meet them in the afternoon.
Hold on, thank you. You're both my ARs, yeah?
Za velkého jásotu říčanských tribun přibíhá na hřiště český dívčí tým do 18 let, který se na probíhajícím turnaji mistrovství Evropy juniorek utká o medaile. V rámci svého prvního utkání je čeká semifinále proti velice silnému soupeři, proti Španělkám. Španělky dokázaly vyhrát svou skupinu, Češky byly druhé, v druhé skupině podlehly velice silné a favorizované Francii. A pokračují tak ve své pouti za obhajbou bronzových medailí z předchozích několika šampionátů. Český tým vykopával. Španělky dobře tento míč přijali a okamžitě spouští své akce. Víme, že Španělky dokáží být velice nebezpečné. Teď to zkouší po levém křídle. Ovšem tam bylo jedna z českých hráček, konkrétně Anna Laštovková, které se povedlo dohnat do unikající hráčku. Snad to bylo v rámci pravidel. Trošku jsem se tam obával vysoké skládky, ale signalizace rozhodčí tohoto utkání Jess Kavanak je jasná, vhazovat bude český tým. Tady si ještě jednou prohlédněme tu akci. Tady byl ten sprinterský souboj a Anna Laštovková, která dohnala svou sokni až za trenýrky. Tohle to bylo těsné. První závar, první nebezpečná situace v podání Španělek. Ještě připomeňme, že zde v Říčanech se hraje zároveň i chlapecký turnaj. Rovněž čeští chlapci postoupili do semifinále a v posledním včerejším strojícím utkání hráli rovněž se Španěli v rámci skupiny. Sice podlehli, ale bylo to neuvěřitelně vyrovnané drama. Doufejme, že něco podobného nastane i zde v Česku a to, zde v dívčí části turnaje a to ve prospěch českých dívek. Teď ovšem další akce a tady je velká mezera a vypadá to na první pětku, kterou položí Daniela Vargas. Hráčka s číslem 5 se už raduje. Po minutě 30 tak český tým inkasuje první body. Nicméně jsme teprve na začátku. Pravděpodobně budeme mít možnost shlédnout celou tu akci znova. Tam klíčovou roli se hrála španělská mlýnová spojka. Tady tato hráčka s číslem 4, která si všimla, že tam nikdo není, navázala protihráčku a poté nabídla pětkovou příležitost pro skvěle naběhlou hráčku Danielu Vargas. Tak výkop podání Španělska, jak tomu v sedmičkovém rugby je zvykem, tým, který pokládá, následně vykopává. První míč pro Češky, nádherná přihrávka, snaží se trošku roztáhnout španělskou obranu, Španělky však velice důsledné. Tam skládala Carmen Novatu, jedna z nejlepších španělských hráček na tomto turnaji. Můžeme ji sledovat s číslem 6. Tudy to nepůjde. Agresivně vysunutá španělská obrana. Tím sklízí ovoce, vidíme, že Češky se musí vracet, teď to zkouší na pravé straně, tam však byla přesila Španělek. To další fáze, Češky se snaží překvapit obranu pokopem, tam bude souboj ten uvolněný míč, Novatu nakonec byla první a navíc trestný kop. Tam bylo přepadnutí, ta dobíhající hráčka se už nedržela na nohách, což je proti pravidlům. A další příležitost na levé straně. Španělskému týmu se daří držet míč ve svých rukách a držet se hlavně na polovině soupeře. A máme tady další trestný kop proti českému týmu. A obávám se, že z toho bude žlutá karta. Vidíme, že tak pouze trestný kop. Míč už má v rukou Leire Aguilar. Hráčka s rozpuštěnými vlasy a číslem 10. Ta byla rovněž během včerejší části základní skupin velice dobře vidět. Tak Španělky pokračují stále za vedení 7-0 a bohužel tohle to bude druhá pětka, o kterou se opět postará Vargas. Španělky tak bodově odskakují na 12-0 a bude následovat kop, ze kterého naše soupeřky mohou dostat další 2 body. Kop se vždy kope v ose položení, to znamená v tomhle případě je to přímo proti háčku, skvělá pozice a Vargas se nemýlí. Je to 14-0, teď už je to o 2 pětky. Teď by bylo skvělé, pokud by se českým hráčkám podařilo dostat do hry, podařilo se jim získat, držet míč a dostat se i na polovinu soupeře. Španělky to teď mají dost jednoduché. Poslední, vlastně od té první pětky se hrálo pouze na naší části, navíc Češky se dopustily několika přestupků proti pravidel. Ale jak jsme viděli například v utkání proti Turecku, český tým má silný charakter. Je schopný se vrátit do hry, ať už takovými to individuálními akcemi, jak nám teď přivedla Jana Kyrilová. Tak tady je prostor na pravé straně, podaří se ten míč ještě přenést. Tam je naběhnutý k na levé straně a je tady prostor pro sprint, to bude sprinterský souboj. Novatu tam dobíhá českou hráčku, ale nepodařilo se Lucii Paloučkovou dohnat. Tohle to bude první pětka pro český tým, který nese do brankoviště Lucie Paloučková. Tak je to přesně to, co český tým potřeboval, důležitá mentální vzpruha. Pokládá Lucka Paloučková, mimochodem hráčka, která trénuje i se seniorským národním týmem. Je to jedna z těch 2 hráček společně s Johanou Cídlovou, kterou můžeme vidět s číslem 1, které již mají zkušenosti se seniorským rugby. Bohužel ten kop nebyl přesný. To nás může mrzet. To nás může mrzet, protože soupeřky zatím byly 100%, ale Klára Jakovcová z Olympu to netrefila úplně přesně, ale nevadí. Tady byl ten souboj 2 šestek, Paloučková a Novatu. Úspěch pro český tým, teď výkop, ten nešel úplně optimálně, ale překonal potřebných 10 metrů, hra tak pokračuje. Španělky u míče, tentokrát na své polovině a tady výborná individuální kroková technika. Bohužel tohle bude další pětka, kterou do brankoviště nese Martina Campos. Tuhle hráčku jsme viděli několikrát v tomto utkání. Je schopná zrychlit na malém prostoru, rychle změnit směr. Předtím se jí podařilo navázat obranu a teď své schopnosti využila k tomu, aby sama položila. Vargas přidává další body. Ne, tak nikoliv, nebyla přesná. Praporek pomezního rozhodčího, pardon, ne pomezního, ale toho rozhodčího, který hlídá háčko, který potvrzuje, zdali míč šel mezi 3 tyče, tak ten praporek zůstává dole, to znamená, kop nebyl úspěšný. No tak teď jsme to viděli, že španělský výkop se nepovedl, volný kop na polovině hřiště pro český tým, který v poslední akci prvního poločasu se pokusí ještě položit a snížit ten španělský náskok. Teď to však Španělky dělají perfektně. Snažili se podržet ve vzduchu hráčku, aby následně byla písknutou a dokonce jim podařilo získat míč a následně ho uklidili do zámezí. Tohle to je všechno z prvního poločasu. Španělky zatím zaslouženě ve vedení. Podařilo se jim získat velice slušný bodový náskok. Položili 3 pětky, zatímco český tým bodoval pouze jednou. No, uvidíme, jak svěřenkyně trenérské dvojice Král Žirovnická nastoupí do té druhé 7minutovky. Případný postup českého týmu do finále by byl historickým milníkem. Češkám se to ještě nepovedlo. Už ten samotný zisk bronzových medailí, kdy se to poprvé povedlo v roce 2022 zde v Petrovicích, respektive o pár kilometrů dál v pražských Petrovicích, byl svým způsobem zázrakem. Tehdy ještě v této úrovni mistrovství Evropy měli své týmy přihlášeny i týmy jako Irsko, Anglie, Skotsko. Češky všechny tyhle týmy překonali a zvítězili tehdy, jestli se nepletu, to bylo právě proti Anglii v utkání o 3. místo. Ale nikdy se jim nepodařilo se zatím dostat do toho finále. Vždy to bylo Španělsko nebo Francie. Mimochodem Španělky v tom minulém roce ukončili dlouhotrvající nadvládu Francouzek. Uvidíme, jak to bude letos, ale je to zatím španělský tým, který má lépe nakročeno v semifinálovém utkání. Schyluje se k druhému poločasu semifinálového utkání mistrovství Evropy juniorek v 7čkovém rugby. Český tým zatím o 14 bodů za Španělkami. To jsou tedy 2 pětky s úspěšným prokopem. Španělský tým ukazuje svoji kvalitu, ale samozřejmě naděje umírá poslední. Teď bohužel Češky opět ztrácejí míč. Byl tam další přestupek proti pravidlům. Španělkám teď sice vypadl míč, ale stále se jim ho podařilo udržet. Ten míč spadl dozadu, takže hra pokračuje. Teď kombinace na pravé straně Španělek Novatu, ale vypadá to, že ten míč dostala buď přihrávku dopředu, nebo tam bylo vyšlápnutí. Bude to mlýn pro Češky, tady si to můžeme ještě jednou zopakovat. Tak. Nejsem si úplně jistý. Co je důležité, Španělky nebudou pokračovat. No, tak byl tam out, ale se štěstím se opět vrací do našich rukou. Autové vazování se nám nepodařilo vyhrát. Španělky nám byť sebrali, naštěstí ten míč následně odskočil. Opět auto a další problémy. Tak tohleto se nepovedlo. Španělky jsou 5 metrů zhruba od brankové čáry. Ale i u nich se projevuje ta zápasová únava. Včera 3 utkání, dneska to budou další 2 s tím, že to první už je za polovinou. Teď je rozehrávka, Aguilar to vyskočilo, odrazilo se to od ruky dopředu, takže předhoz. No tak teď je to plné chyb. Ale samozřejmě únava, nervozita, je to velký zápas. To všechno se projevuje. Nicméně budou to zase velmi důležité a cenné zkušenosti pro český tým hrát s výběrem, který je špičkové, evropské, potažmo světové úrovně. Teď dnes Chleba rozehrává rychle volný kop. Rozhodčí se tam nelíbilo způsob, jakým Španělky do toho mlýnu se vázaly a nicméně vypadá to, že o ten míč opět přicházíme. Nebyla tam dostatečná podpora, Španělky tak rozehrávají další útočnou akci. A tady opět vidíme v akci nebezpečnou mlýnovou spojku Španělska. Češky si ji však dobře pohlídali. Stále se bráníme. A obávám se, že tam byl úmyslný přenos. Bohužel je to tak. Český tým navíc teď bude hrát pouze v 6. Jedna z českých hráček, jestli vidím dobře, Anna Laštovková, se dopustila takzvaně úmyslného předhozu. To je trestáno žlutou kartou. Takže po následující 2 minuty oslabení. Alespoň určitá kompenzace formou střídání. Budeme tady mít čerstvé hráčky, které přicházejí na hřiště. I tak po nadcházející 2 minuty bude český tým hrát pouze v 6.
I look. Yeah. Are we good? Time back on. Crouch! Fine!
Tak do mlýnu opět vhazuje Sabela Diaz. Povedlo se jí nakonec vydolovať ten míč spod nohou svých hráček a ještě tam našla prostor. Hra pokračuje, teď Aguilar v úniku, je stíhána, ještě dobře přihrála na její spoluhráčku Lauru Jiménez. Ta nicméně míč předhodila, takže Španělky tuhletu slibně rozvinutou akci nepřetaví v další 5. Tady to vidíme, ten offload jednou rukou. Nicméně to šlo možná trošku moc dopředu. Jiménez už ten míč nezachytila.
No. Okay. Same. Time back on. Crouch. Fine.
A v akci opět Edita Neschlebová. Udělá do mlýnu, ten proběhl rychle a dobře pro český tým a teď vidíme tu početní nevýhodu. S míčem utíká Roza Bednářová, hráčka, která měla včera fantastickou formu, teprve 16 letá, jedna z nejmladších, už jsme o tom mluvili, nicméně teď se to nepovedlo, protože ten míč jsme ztratili a tady je obrovské přečíslení a je to nakonec Dvatu, která tak pokládá svou první dnešní 5. No to rychlo noha, silná hráčka se poprvé prosazuje a český finálový sen se tak bohužel rozplývá, protože do konce utkání zbývají 2 minuty, ale těch bodů, co zbývá českému týmu, to je mnohem větší příděl. Tady to ještě jednou vidíme, tam bylo několik možností, Nvatu si nakonec neriskovala přihrávkou, šla do té mezery a úspěšně položila. Myslím si, že teď už bychom mohli hrát opět v plném počtu. Laštovková je tam připravena za čárou, tak stále v 6. Tak pokus o drzý průnik v podání Rozy Bednářové. Český tým to zkouší vlevo. Je to opět Bednářová, která je v úniku. No tak tohle to je fantastický výkon této mladé hráčky, která položí nakonec i v tomto utkání proti velmi silnému soupeři ze Španělska. Viděli jsme, jak tam dopadla do toho brankoviště vyčerpáním, ale nebude to stačit na finále, nicméně fantastický výkon a něco, co potěšilo fanoušky, kteří tady mohutně český tým povzbuzují. No, jsem zvědav, jestli toto utkání dohraje, nebo jestli realizační tým vystřídá. Jestli tam ještě je možnost toho střídání, uvidíme. Ale velice sympatický výkon a důkaz toho, že český tým se nevzdává ani do posledního momentu. 28-10 do konce utkání, do konce té pravidelné hrací doby asi 10 minut. O ten následný kop se starala Terezie Kurková z Olomouce. Bohužel úspěšná nebyla, ale nevadí. Český tým bude vykopávat. Opět Kurková. dobře zachyceno španělským týmem, český tým samozřejmě už v plném počtu. Nepřesná přihrávka. No tak jak vidíme, Bednářová nestřídala, opět využila po té fázi pár vteřin na oddechu, teď je rozehrává. Češky to rozhazují, ne, tak bude to nakonec Urbanová, která se pokusí najít mezeru, Španělky však velmi pozorné. A tam to byl trestný kop za to naskočení do skládky. A dobrá skládka Kurkové, která tam zastavila Aguilera. Opět míč vypadl, ale byl tam další přestupek. Češkám se teď nedaří hrát úplně čistě a držet tu disciplinovanost. Blíží se samotný konec utkání, přesto Španělky ještě střídají, získávají vteřinky. Odpočinek zasloužený pro Sabel Díaz, která teď odchází znavena ze hřiště. Tady opakovačka. Dvojitá skládka na Aguilera. Jo, tady to vidíme, česká hráčka tam přepadla, neudržela se na nohou, byla na kolenech, byla to Tereze Kurková s 12. A proto ten trestný kop pro španělský tým. Španělky volí mlýn. Mlýn je v sedmičkovém rugby a obzvlášť na širokých hřištích, jako je tady v Říčanech, velice efektivní, protože navážete polovinu týmu, soupeře poloviny obrany na jedno místo. Máte pak spoustu prostoru. Podle časomíry, kterou máme k dispozici, to už 7 minut uplynulo a opět další krásná skládka. Znovu cílem té skládky byla Aguilera, ta si opravdu musela teď užít dostatečně kontaktu od českých děvčat. Teď se bohužel ten míč dostal, upadl, nebyl dobře zpracován. Nesklobovala se ještě vracela, nicméně vypadá to, že Španělky. Ne, tak trestný kop pro český tým. Tohle to už bude určitě poslední akce utkání. Při dalším přerušení s výjimkou trestného kopu se míč bude ukončovat. No, tak tady teď musíme pochválit Aguilera, která tam v blesku rychle naskočila, vytvořila tlak a neumožnila české hráčce ten míč uvolnit. Trestný kop a zahraný poměrně špatně, to byla snaha odkopnout míč do autu a tím utkání ukončit, to však nekončí, nicméně tady byla další nepřesnost, rozhodčí však neukazuje výhodu. Vypadalo to trošku jako předhoz, Češky však stále v tomto nekonečné koncovce semifinále pokračují a před domácím publikem ještě chtějí urvat další body. Neuvěřitelně sympatický výkon, ale tady tohle to bylo fantastický návrat, jeden ze španělských hráčů, která tam přejela Nejedlíkovou. Teď tady má zase Aguilera, ta je teď hodně v akci a našla tam prostor. Uvidíme, jestli jí zbydou síly, tam jí pronásleduje ještě česká hráčka, výborná skládka od Anny Štovkové. Ale španělská akce nekončí. A nekončí ani teď po mnoha fázích. Nakonec se dostala do brankoviště Anne Román. No tak tohle to bylo nekonečné, tohle muselo vzít spoustu sil. Doufáme, že budou mít české hráčky alespoň čas se zotavit pro to odpolední utkání o 3. místo. Teď už je to jisté. Český tým se do finále nepodívá. Ale po téměř 11-minutovém druhém poločasu nakonec utkání končí 28-10 pro španělské hráčky. Španělky tak pokračují ve své cestě za obhajobou evropského trůnu. Češky opět o bronz. Teď vidíme radující se český tým a zároveň tam byl i Petr Býma, který tam lovil jednu z českých hráček pro pozápasový rozhovor, na který se můžete těšit už za několik okamžiků. Češky se tak utkají o 3. místo. Ještě uvidíme, kdo budou jejich soupeřky. Ještě se můžeme pokochat těmi nejlepšími akcemi. Následovat bude druhé semifinále dívčího turnaje mezi Francií a Belgií. Francie je velmi favorizovaná. Uvidíme, jestli se jim podaří přetavit papírové předpoklady i ve vítězství a dostanou se tak do finále a podaří se jim následně pomstít tu loňskou porážku Španělskem. Finálová část turnaje nastane odpoledne. Češky tak budou hrát, ale řekněme si až po rozhovoru, který má připraven Petr Býma.
Spain, Czech Republic 33, 10, and Edita Jasmina, Nesklebová from Czech Republic. How was the game?
Yeah, the game was really good. It was a really tough game, but I think we played well.
I think as well, you play well. I saw at the end almost everyone on the pitch. It was so physical.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was very physical game. It was very tough, yeah.
Even though you look very happy, you played very well yesterday.
Yeah, we played yesterday very well, and we are happy that we are in the match for the third place.
I saw all your family today here already. Do they support you well?
Yeah, my family is really supportive, and I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, I'm really happy that the championship is here in Czech Republic because the fans are amazing.
Now you are going to play for third place. What do you expect?
Yeah, we expect the best game. We'll really enjoy it, and yeah.
Tak velmi pozitivní vyznění v podání Nity Nesklebové, která tam si to utkání pochvalovala. I přesto, že skončilo porážkou, tak bylo to tvrdé, dobré utkání. Velice oceňovala podporu nejen své rodiny, ale i ostatních fanoušků. Mluvila o tom, že je ráda, že šampionát je právě v Česku, protože ty fanoušci jsou skutečně 8. hráčem na hřišti. Čeká je utkání o 3. místo od 16 do 42 minut, které bude rovněž přenášeno na ČT Sport Plus, tak doufáme, že si nás naladíte a podpoříte české hráčky, aby obhájili bronzové medaile z mistrovství Evropy. My pomalu přepínáme na další utkání a program, který probíhá zde v Říčanech. So now we are jumping into the second semi-final of the Rugby Europe Championship in the girls' 7th rugby. And France will still need to wait for their first try. There was a double movement, as was clearly stated by the referee. Belgium and France. This is the name of the two opponents. For the first time on the tournament, we see Belgium in the red and yellow combination. So they are true to the colors of their flag. This time, French team is definitely the one favorized. For a long time, French girls were dominating these competitions in the past years. Last year, there was the upset as at their home ground in Bourgogne, they were beaten in the final match by Spain. For sure, French girls are eager to get their revenge, but first they need to go over Belgium. And at least this is what they managed to do in the defense. But it took them, let's say, a little bit longer than usual to score their first try. During the pool games, they were absolutely amazing. They won every of the game.
Guys, just come out of the way before she
each
kicks,
of the
please.
game.
Thank you.
And they deserved the semi-final participation for sure. Now the first try scored by Madeleine Saton, number 13, and then converted by her teammate. Here's a replay. And the skill. Actually, this is what we see quite commonly. The try scoring situation when the winger is able to beat her opponent and utilize great speed and score the try. 7-0 after 3 minutes of the game. Belgium has an advantage as the kickoff went wrong. Actually, despite the qualities of the French team, I dare to say, also given the yesterday's performance, by far the worst kickoffs that we could see from any of the team on the tournament. This is quite interesting, but of course it's not what makes the, in the end, what makes the difference.
Are you going to touch?
It can be complication in the game
Are you going to touch?
against maybe the Spanish team. Of course, let's not underestimate Belgium. But at least the French girls have not, this has not cost any game for them yet.
just here. That's your mark. Thank you.
We'll continue with the line out. Belgium
Guys,
line
down
out,
the
close to the 22-meter line of France.
Contest back off the white.
Well played by French team. They
Hold.
turned over the possession, and now again ball goes to the left side where Sutton now with the ball. This time she was well defended. We saw two Belgian players which were ready here, but actually the two Belgian players on the right side means there's somebody missing in the middle. And now we have a breakthrough and a breakaway. This is going to be the second try from France team. Louan Pichon, this is a player we've seen a lot yesterday. One of the key French players, scoring many tries, adding one more now. She was still getting, waiting for the opponent to come, saving some seconds, and after 5 minutes of the game, we saw the second try from France. Louan herself is going to kick the conversion and spot on 2 more points.
Same? Yeah.
Pichon walked over the try line. It's amazing. Again, poor kickoff.
Keep pushing back.
Looks like that the French team is training something else than the kickoffs, but again, it's not what would cost them a game, at least not yet. Therefore, Belgian advantage of a free kick played by Jade Bloemert. Long pass to the left there. French Alize Durand was ready there for interception, but Belgian players were careful. Now Belgium trying the right side, but not fast enough. Camille Brunel was stopped right away. Now the ball is not really safe. Belgian team needs to compete. The French players were contesting the rucks.
Tackle, let go now. Let your player roll, let roll.
And penalty for Belgium. Not rolling away. Clear signal from Rosie Evans, who is the main referee of this game.
We will have the line out. Okay, you've tapped it.
And Belgian team went for line out. Kicked into touch. Okay, so I'm actually wrong. They did not go for line out, but to end the first half of the game.
As a general thing, okay?
First half of the semi-final between France and Belgium, 14-0 at this moment.
Thank you. Just ask them to get the tackler out of the. Everything is just tackling up.
So French team still following their plan, even though the point margin not as high as we are used to from the other games. 14-0, it's still playable. At the same time, the French players have not allowed Belgium basically to do anything big. No breakthroughs, no dangerous situations. So far the defense is very much compact, and France is scoring the try. 2 of them so far enough. Here the first scored by Sutton, and then the other one, great support from Pichon, who then walked through and also added 2 more points from the kick.
Hey? I heard you was 13. Yeah.
Favorable conditions continue here in Ricany, just a few kilometers away from the Czech capital of Prague. It's overcast, it's not cold, it's a bit chilly. So I would even say perfect conditions for the players. So at least a bit of mitigation. We need to take into account that they played 3 matches yesterday, 2 more today, and here's the first one.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Just wait for my whistle. Okay, just wait for the whistle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The second half is about to
Good!
get started. We'll start with the Belgian kickoff. It went over the 10-meter line, and what a bounce actually, right into the hands of the Belgian players. So smart move, not sure if that much intended.
All backwards.
But this didn't go really well. The ball went into the touch, and French team tried to play it quick. But Rosie Evans was against that. We'll see a regular line out.
So yours is just here, okay? Good, use the line. White, step in, let's go. No contest.
Now French are looking for the gap. Belgians so far very disciplined. But France is able to progress, and then ultimately great support and deserved try for France for Lise Moreau, number 6. Well converted. 2 extra points, and France continues to control the game. Here we can see how this try was prepared.
Left.
What was important that they were still approaching forward. They found a gap, and even though the Belgian players managed to stop them, there was an offload and extra space, and then a clear line and highway for Alize Duran.
No touch.
So this time the French kickoff went over the 10-meter line, and it touched the ground still before jumping out into the touch, so it will be a line out for Belgium.
Okay, are we good? Just hold, just hold. Guys, wait until my whistle. I'll go to the back and let me whistle. Time is on.
Well, very well played by France. French line out. And the Belgian line out was stolen by them. But here the ball is
On the ground.
loose. Okay, then so knock on by France. So even French players from time to time make a mistake in the open play. This was the case. 4 minutes to go. The second semi-final seems that will not provide us with any surprise.
Let's go then. Bit closer. Shoulders, girls. Thank you. Crouch. Bind.
French is leading and slowly heading towards the final match, and their already mentioned revenge against Spain. That will be definitely exciting game. There's now another attack and direction change. Nice footwork from Mado Bidar, player number 7. Yeah, a bit slippery ground.
Tackle release now. Good.
French players still approaching forward, still in control of the ball. And ultimately, this, as we say in Czech, play between cat and mouse have ended up with another try. Brave defense effort from Belgium. They were not giving up, but we can just see that France is too strong. Another kick for Luan Pichon. This time it went off. But definitely not a big issue. There was the change of the direction by Luis Franco. And then Sarah Garan had an open space.
And you ready?
And enough energy to escape the Belgian defense.
Let's go.
One more kickoff to France is high. It was actually, I would say, short, but collected by Belgium. And now penalty for not rolling away.
I need to see a tap.
So Belgians tried to play it quick, but
touch.
they did not reactivate the ball by touching. So this will take a bit more time. Now French team has time to get organized. Therefore, no more momentum for Belgium, but Belgium is trying to play. They have some signal for this. They have solution for this as well. Good clearance from the Belgians, and I think it was off the side. Joining of the ruck from the French team. Belgium still on the ball, but again here we see how this wall on the French side was erected, and no chance to go on the right side. Therefore, direction change.
No hands lost.
Looking for luck on left side from the Belgian side. But really well organized, tough defense from the French. Here seems to be a bit more space on the left, but the ruck speed is not fast enough. And also the recycling player did not see her colleague on the left. Now Belgium is achieving quite a good territory gains. They are successful, they are still moving forward. Well done by them. Yeah, but now this action is over.
They're fine now.
Not releasing of the ball and possibly a space on the left. And this is amazing. Luan Pichon still have so much energy and speed. She's going to score another try again.
Anyway.
Her with her walking style, as her opponents gave up earlier. Very likely she'll be also doing the kick, and if our stopwatch is correct, that's going to be it for the second semi-final of the girls tournament. (33-0) for France. France, without any big problems, is getting into the final match, which is going to be played against Spain, so the history is going to repeat, at least when it comes to the name of the finalists. Now the question is, who is going to win? And that will be really exciting to learn. Match is going to start, final match is going to start at 5:30 p.m. Again, broadcasted on Rugby Europe. The bronze medal game between home Czechia and Belgium will take place a bit earlier. It's going to be at 4 p.m. and 42 minutes, so 16:42. Stay tuned. By this game we are closing the girls block and we are starting with the boys. But let's see if we will still have a possibility to hear an interview from Petra.
Belgium 31-0 and Mado Bidar-Decheré from the French team. How was the game?
It was very difficult compared to other matches from yesterday, but we win and we prepared great for Spain. I think.
Yes, you made it in the semi-finals, so you're going to final against Spain. How you need to play to beat the Spain?
I think we're gonna play together, like connected. In defense, it's why make us in difficulties. I don't. Arrête! But I think if we play connected together, it's gonna work.
Did you enjoy personally the semi-final game?
What?
Did you enjoy personally the semi-final game?
It was very difficult. I play like 20 minutes, so it was very difficult. But we win, and I'm happy.
Merci.
So France is celebrating the finals ahead of them. But now let's go from this joy to another tournament, actually the boys part. The boys tournament consisting of 12 teams, 3 pools yesterday.
Can you hear me, Rafa?
Yes.
And the first game we are about to see is between Ukraine and Turkey. So for sure, Turkish boys will rely on a loud and heavy support from their girls rugby friends from Turkey. Those we saw in the beginning in the opener of this game, and they managed to win over Poland and therefore achieve, let's say, the promotion for the final ranking for the 5th or 6th place. Now we can see that it's going to be Rafael Malebo, a referee from Portugal, who will be guiding us through this game. Just a little bit wrapping up on the yesterday, because the system of this was a little bit complicated. Just 3 pools, but now so it was not only about the place where you ended in the pool, but it was also about the score. But the teams which ended up on the last place, they are now here in the playoff for 9th to 12th place. So 4 places where the 2 last of them means actually relegation to the lower level. So definitely the main motivation for these players is to stay in the elite European level. Next to the Turkey and Ukraine, there's also Poland and Lithuania. Actually, Turkey was the a bit unlucky side, because they were not last in their pool, they were 3rd, but they were, let's say, the worst out of the 3rd teams, therefore they can fight only for the survival in the elite division. But now here we see a promising attack from Ukraine. And Ukraine still at the ball, and this is Kutsarov finding enough support. A little combination between Kutsarov and Tavashchenko. Just 5 meters away from the Turkish try line. Ukraine playing further. Looks like that the Ukraine players like the right part of the field. But we can see a really strong Turkish defense. They are not giving anything for free, for sure. Now wider play onto the left, up to Duminiakov. Duminiakov still finds support. But we can see that the Ukrainian players are still looking for some bigger gap in the Turkish defense. Turkey is very well organized, until this moment at least. Romanovsky, another carry into contact, and here's the next phase. We are playing for quite a long time without any interruption. And this looks to be a try moment. Yes, it is. Kirill Kutsarov is the first try scorer of the day 2 of this boys tournament. Ukraine taking the lead 5-0. In the microphone we can see actually stronger support coming from the Turkey. Like I said, it's not only about Turkish girls, but also some other spectators traveling with them. I was actually hoping for a bigger support and audience for Ukrainians. Currently here, there are like a lot of people from Ukraine living in around. Maybe they just were not aware of this tournament, so not that big support for the Ukrainian players, but still they were able to score and take the lead after 3 minutes of the game. Kickoff from Tabashenko went somewhere where it should not, according to the rugby laws. It's going to be a free kick for Turkey. Let's see if Turkey will spend a bit more time on Ukrainian half. This seems to be fast-paced. This is the strength of Turkish team. They were able to utilize their really fast players, and this is one of them. Ball was dropped, but it went backwards, clearly signalized by the referee. With number 8 and the white cap, Oguzhan Demir scored several tries yesterday and was always a threat for the opposition defense, but this time it will be another Turkish player who is going to score the first try. Well done by Turkey. Here's the reply. Namely, it was Recep Aytunur. First 5 points, and now opportunity. Opportunity to set the score equal for both sides. And that's what happened. Good kick by Bilal Alemdar. Here was the quick combination. Contest for the high ball. Ultimately, well done by Ukraine. And the ball is still alive. Only now there's a ruck, but very good pressure. However, referee showed advantage for Turkey. So actually the problem was that the Turkish player was with his hands on the ground. And suddenly a penalty for Ukraine, very close to the Turkish try line. So this is a dramatic game. We can see that the Ukrainian team is relying a bit more on the physical approach. They are not as fast-paced and, let's say, agile as Turkey, but they are a bit stronger, which was just now shown by Ukrainian number 2 Vitaly Popovic. And he's returning the lead on the side of Ukraine. Now 12-7. Conversion kick will follow. And a very good kick from a distance. Igor Romanovsky. Here's a recap, and really it was a physical approach. 2 defenders had to be beaten. And now we can enjoy the other approach, actually, the fast-paced backs of Turkey. However, the Ukraine defense is very well organized. And again, series of sidestep
No, it was Kuskan. It was Kuskan. Yeah. Point!
And Turkey is still in the reverse, and now they were even pushed to their behind their own goal line. This is going to be 5 meter scrum. No, so it's not going to be, because there is no more time to play. First half is over. Ukrainian in the lead, 14-7. Quite surprising based on yesterday's performance. I would actually bet more on the Turkish side. They were able to show their strength, but only once, while Ukraine has managed to perform so far their best game on the tournament. And being in the lead, as they managed to spend most of the time on the Turkish half, having possession and being well organized in defense. 14-7, we are continuing again in about 3 minutes. We are back at the Ukraine-Turkey game. Ukraine having a lead for 1 try, 14-7. That's the score at the moment. And Ukraine is trying to actually escape the defense. But we know the speed of Turkey is their main weapon. It will be definitely difficult to escape the purple wave. But Ukraine is really proving that they are playing the best game on this tournament, and this is going to be another try. This time scored by Yaroslav Tabashenko. Ukraine lead is extended. So I feel as if it is a different team today. Just remembering yesterday. Ukraine has been really having a tough time. They lost 37-36 against Ukraine, 5-45 Czechia, and 0-50 against Spain. They basically did not pose any significant threat for their opponents, but today with Turkey it's different, and at the same time a bit disappointment for me about Turkey, because Turkey has managed to beat Lithuania by 2 points. They scored 2 tries to Portugal. Maybe not the best start of the day today. So here's a kickoff. Wonderful high kickoff, and also possession gained by the Ukrainian team.
Use it.
Ricany is looking for space in the middle. Several switches performed and not contest. Only now successful tackle from Turkey. Ukrainian players managed to keep the ball alive for a decent time. Efficient tackle from Turkey, not allowing any offload as there was a free support available for Ukraine. And this time it looks again harder times for the Turkish defense. An amazing strength performed by Andrei Hris. And now individual effort, and this is going to be try by Alexander Minakov. Another great action, and now it can seem that it was like individual effort of Minakov, but I believe it was just a result of all those patient several phases we saw before. Turkish players were very hard, but no. Medic was seemed that needed for his action, but in the end, it looked like the Minakov was just
Number 1, red off.
Was just taking some extra time for rest. Now he's substituting. And here's a replay. And the strong play by Hris. And here Minakov, we saw how he was checking the situation. And then he spotted that the right side of the Turkish ruck is not anyhow defended. And there's a space. And now Demir. Demir in his typical situation, running on the left wing. Now he was still looking for a better kicking position. Will he manage to score a try? So that was a mistake by the Turkish player. Ukrainian defenders still managed to prevent the ball to touchdown.
It's 7. Yeah, this scrum.
Here we can see he didn't want to play safe. He wanted to build a great kicking position. But Igor Romanovsky was way tougher obstacle to beat than he initially assumed, and as a result, no try. Credit to the returning defense from Ukraine. Score remains 7-26. Turkey at least have the scrum 5. The first phase will not end up as a try for sure. And there's a space on the left. But here the handling skills were the challenge.
7 red off, 7 red.
So with luck, a bit unlucky for Turkey.
7 reds.
This time, if I'm not mistaken, Denis Kaglayan with number 12 had try on his ends, but the ball has slipped. Defensive scrum for blue jerseys. And offside by Turkey is what, let's say, protects the Ukrainian goal line for this time. Turkish defenders were too fast. They rushed still before the ball was out of the scrum, and that's the reason why the referee Malebo whistled
and 10 as well. 10
penalty.
red off.
Number 10.
Ukraine goes for scrum. This gives them a few more seconds, and actually a few more seconds. That what is remaining till the end of this game. So it will be Ukraine who will manage the start of the second tournament day in a way better form than the Turkey. And
Do it again, okay? Come on, guys.
a bit unlucky for Turkey because, as mentioned, they were not the last team in their group. However, due to score, they went to this, let's say, playoff, relegation playoff, and unlucky for them. They are going to lose this game and they will not secure the needed space, which would ensure their participation in the next year of this tournament. Which is not the case for Ukraine. Ukraine will end up at worst on the 10th place and therefore will survive their first year again in the championship level. So congratulations to Ukraine. All the best to Turkey for their last game. Whether it's going to be against Poland or Lithuania, that's what we are going to learn soon. That's the match which is scheduled as the next one. Poland or Lithuania, only one of the two teams will secure a place for Rugby Europe Championship in 2027. And the upcoming game will tell us who is going to be the luckier side. Carlos Guerrero, Spanish referee, who will guide us through this contest between two sides which know each other very well. They had also together with the Ukrainian team, which just in the previous match secured their spot in the championship for next year. They had a common camp, so we can expect that the players know themselves, each other. They know what are the strengths, and let's see how this is going to be translated in the performance. At the moment we can see Lithuania. At the ball, Lithuanian players were yesterday performing a rather physical sevens rugby. Let's see how this is going to work against Polish players. Actually, both these sides were unlucky, but here's the first try, and it's going to be Poland. Poland, and specifically player number 11, Ashton Stanchik, who scored an opening try for Poland. Just a short look back how those two teams performed in their in the pool phase. All three matches played yesterday, also here in Ricany. Lithuania relatively surprisingly lost to Turkey. Turkey had a very good day yesterday, and I think it was just 2-point margin when the Turkey managed to beat Lithuania and by that secure the third spot. But as we saw in the last game, this did not secure Turkey from relegation. Unfortunately for them, they lost to Ukraine, so we will not see them on this tournament next year. While in case of Poland, Poland was as well on the last 4th place in their group. It was Germany, Belgium and Romania, which were ultimately the stronger sides. But it's Poland that started this game better. First 7 points, and now the ball in their hands. They tried to overlap Lithuanian defense on the right side, but Lithuania spotted their intentions very well and managed to move their defense. And there's Lithuanian defense also on the right side.
Okay. Hey, white.
Lithuanian line out, and let's see if the players in the green jerseys will create some kind of threat for the Polish defense. So far they are behind by 7 points. And penalty for Poland. So at least not now. Polish team is immediately recycling the ball, using the momentum, and now also using the space on the right side. Poland is extending the lead. Mateusz Guzevic scores the second try of the game, second try of the Poland. And a very important try. Now giving some extra breathing space, and now let's see how Szymon Wojtowiak will deal with this angle. Great kick, despite the windy conditions, 14-0.
Carlos, hold for a while. We need 7 up. Yeah, ready. Thank you.
A long kick deep inside the Lithuanian territory. Well caught. But credit also deserves Polish defense, which was very active and didn't give that much space to Lithuania. But now there was a small gap and a leakage of a Lithuanian opportunity. An important contact try for Lithuania is here. Augustus Jusevicius scores very important try, and it scores it on a very good spot. Dovydas Jukna will have an easy position, and in a moment it can be just only the difference of 7 points, and the tight game is going to continue. So Poland was able to build early lead, but Lithuania is now back. Finally, they managed to find the hole in otherwise very well working Polish defense. Here we see it. This was the critical moment, and breakthrough done by Kaius Zilinskas. He was then also capable of finding support from Jusevicius. He was supporting very well, and the try was here. Now Jusevicius in the action. He actually managed to catch the ball, secure the ball from a kickoff for Lithuania, and it seems that Lithuania is having a good momentum. They are mentally upbeat, and now they are getting again closer and closer, and this is going to be another try for Lithuania. So that was a really fast comeback. This time try by Osvaldas Diedonis. Polish lead has evaporated as a team in just a very few moments. And now the two sides are equal. Dovydas Jukna kicked well, also his second kick. Here we see it again. It was a really strong carry. So he was not tackled by 4 players. 4 players were needed to stop him. Amazing. Player number 3, Vikintas Stulpinas. He's not, let's say, typical sevens player, tall, strong, but now we see why he is in the lineup.
Off the foot.
Now potential overlap on the right side of the Polish side. Now great to see that the game is way more open. Tempo is increasing, however, halftime break is ahead of us. Score 14-14. This is going to be still amazing game. Game between Poland and Lithuania. Game for survival in the Elite Championship division.
Crouch. Ball.
Ricany starting the game from the scrum. Polish defense was ready for the angle run from Jusevicius. But Lithuanians still at the ball. The contest of two players with number 3. Lithuania still at the ball and continuing step by step closer until this moment. Not releasing the ball. Well played by the Polish defense. They were patient, they didn't make any infringements. And now they decide to have a break. 14-14 after 7 minutes, or rather 8 minutes of the game. For sure, thriller to continue also in the second half of this game between Poland and Lithuania. 14-14, and only the winner will be able to survive in the elite division. Let's see after the half break how the two teams will start again.
Ready, boy?
All set for the beginning and the kickoff of the second half of the game between Poland and Lithuania. If you are joining just now, let me remind you that the winner of this game will ensure their participation for the next year of the Rugby Europe Championship. Defeated team will be relegated to the trophy level next year. Poland has started way better. They managed to score 2 tries. It was 14-0, but then the late part of the first half was dominated by Lithuanians, who scored 2 tries in a short moment, and then they were holding the wall and they were posing still troubles to the Polish defense. What kind of picture will be offered in the second half is something we will learn soon, and Lithuania is continuing to keep pressure and to add more tries, and for the first time in this match they are in the lead. This time they have utilized the situation from the line-out. The angle for the kicker is really not favorable. On top, there's a wind blowing. Here we can see it again. There was this dummy, and directly Osvaldas Deronis from the line out has managed to score the try. And Lithuania has the appetite for another try, and again Diedonis. Second try in very few moments. This time it was not from a line out, it was from an open play. And looks like that Lithuania has perfectly utilized this upbeat. On the other hand, Poland, that was leading for the most of the first half, is now absolutely down. It looks like as a resignation. They conceded now 4 tries in a row, and with a successful kick by Rugany, they are losing by 12 points. 5 minutes to go. Here's the recap. And we can see here Lithuanians kept the ball alive and still pursued the gaps inside the Polish defense. But now it's nice footwork from a Polish player. This is Stancik.
No.
After a long time, Poland had the ball, and now they try their luck with a kick. Ricany is first at the ball. Let's see if he's going to have sufficient support. There are 2 Polish players, but they did not have enough time to create the pressure. And now penalty for Lithuania.
The jacket was okay. Number 8 need to leave first.
3.5 minutes to go.
White 14 off. White 14.
14 white.
The Lithuanian team shown us that they are capable of playing a line out and utilize it in the try. Let's see what kind of action they have prepared. Okay, so it's a solid line out. Well caught, and now a lot of space for the Lithuanian backs. They're moving the ball up to there. Here we have Stulpinas on the right wing. Well played by the Polish defense. They did not allow any meter to the Lithuanians. And here open space for Lithuania, and one more try. Oskaras Gedminas, number 11.
Tired? Are you tired? Okay.
This can be actually now confirmation of the Lithuanian victory. And another good kick by Dovydas Ricany, player with number 9 on his jersey.
No, we have one sub. White.
Number 2. Leaving that side.
Yep. Okay.
I think it was Stancik who was the Polish defender who was really aggressive in a positive way, but just too late to prevent the try. Now, poor kickoff from Lithuania. The ball will go to the hands of Polish team. Pietrzak. Again, I think this was a Stancik who is used as a battering ram. Good tackle from Lithuanian defense. But now Poland is coming back. They did not move forward. Lithuanian defense was very active, and now issues around the 22-meter line. But ultimately Poland was playing a bit cleaner than Lithuania, therefore penalty for Poland. And that's it. Lithuania won the first game of the tournament. They preserved, or let's say, qualified for the championship also next year. And quite a big loss for Poland. Poland will have one more game against Turkey, but they will not end up better than on the 11th relegation place. So that must be definitely a bad tournament for Poland. For sure their ambitions were higher. So congratulations to Lithuania. In the coming matches we will see teams which will play for the final 5th to 8th place. Involved are Portugal, Switzerland, that will be the first game. Belgium, Romania follows, and then we will have the big semi-finals. Portugal and Switzerland, both teams are now entering the field for the game ranking semifinals. That's the official name of this match. What does it mean is that the winner will go to the ranking final. They will compete for the final 5th to 6th place. The loser will get either 7th or 8th. This depends again on the later game, later results. So the block, let's say, of the teams from the bottom 4 is just over. So what do we know now is that Turkey will not survive to the next year in the championship level, as well as Poland, which is going to be relegated after a bit longer time. Ukraine and Lithuania have managed to save themselves for the next year, for the next year's tournament. Now these teams are having a bit, let's say, better issues. I mean, they are now their participation in the next round, in the next year, is secured. Now it's about earning the best place possible. Portugal has started quite well. Portugal is, by the way, when we look back at their pool phase, so they were second. They were in the pool with very, very strong France. Managed to deal with Turkey, Lithuania, even though that, well, the results were not as, the point difference were not as huge as, for example, with the France, but Portugal made it. Switzerland had a relatively slow start against Czechia, but then they have significantly improved their performance. It was visible against Spain, the strongest side from the Pool B, and then they confirm it against Ukraine by a clear win. Now Portugal is still having, let's say, the ball in their hands. They're progressing. Swiss is defending, but it's getting more and more difficult. But now it was actually the touchline that proved to be the best defender, as the saying goes. By this, Portuguese players playing in the red jerseys are now on hold, and now they will need to defend the line out. A short recap, we saw a good tackle from the Swiss players. Evidence of their defense. And here was the last moment. Player number 2, Portuguese Vasco Almeida, had his feet already behind the touchline. But no need to regret a lot, because Portuguese are again with the ball.
On the contest, no straight.
The line out was not thrown straight. I think this is the first time we see it on the tournament. Just reminding, we are in the day 2, the final day of the Rugby Europe Championship tournament of under-18 boys in 7th rugby, which is taking place simultaneously with the girls.
Keep the pressure, please.
So this scrum was not so solid, especially from Portuguese side. We can see that here in 7th, the forwards are not equipped with the spikes as it is in the 15s. But this is a opportunity for Portugal. They had some few seconds ahead and a lot of room on the left side. Swiss defense is doing their best to come back, but it won't be enough. There's the first try of the game. Martin Diaz, or Diaz probably is the right pronunciation, is opening the score. Portugal is taking the lead 5-0. So Portugal has been having was having the ball for most of the time in their hands. They were gradually progressing. We at the same time need to give credit to Swiss defense. They didn't allow them to do any big break. It was only at this final moment when finally the Portuguese players managed to penetrate defense of the Switzerland. Kick not successful. Angle was quite ugly, but 5-0 is still a lead.
I appreciate it.
Here's the recap. We saw 2 defenders were at Guilherme Taborda, player with number 1, who then released the winger with a very long pass. Switzerland at the ball, but deep inside their territory. Well passed and well, what a tackle break. Still not a line out, Swiss at the ball. Wonderful pass, but maybe not even expected by his Swiss teammate. Pavel Pugin made a knock-on.
Number 1, voluntary knock-on.
Ah, okay, so but now we see
Voluntary knock-on.
interesting.
Red ball.
Very interesting. So the Swiss team was awarded with a yellow card. So the knock-on from Pugin was considered as deliberate, which is interesting because Swiss team was actually with the ball. So
Thank you, guys.
so quite worse situation for Switzerland now. But of course, referee was way closer to the situation than we are. For another scrum and very positive situation, or I mean, very good position for Portugal. Portugal is in the lead and now they can extend. They are quite close and they have 1 man advantage. Actually, Portuguese style of play is likely to exploit this. We can see how much space there was. There was one extra player, but still Portuguese are playing with the Swiss defense and they wanted to go on the second side, but still no try. Still no try. Francisco Pinto dropped the ball behind the try line. Here we can see the way the ball was transferred, and what a... Pinto is a really strong guy, but still it was Antonin Leon who got the ball out of him, forcing him to knock on. Very interesting. So if Swiss team manages to come back to the live, this could be a big mistake for Portugal. But so far Swiss is deep inside their territory. They are missing one man and now they are missing also the ball. Again, Portuguese try to use the opportunity, use the momentum. They were not waiting, quick tap and go. But defenders, amazing defense from Swiss team. Still not enough. The ball went backwards as the referee communicated, and Francisco Carito was at the end of this action, adding 5 more points to Portugal at the end of the first half.
Time is 1-1 now.
Half-time break is ahead of us, and once the Swiss team gets back into full force, I'm quite curious to see whether what we see on the pitch is going to change. The score difference is not that big, it's 10-0, but almost the entire time of the first half was played on the Swiss half and the ball was in the hands of Portuguese players. Quite a tricky situation for Switzerland, but again, the difference is not that big. Let's have a look at the highlights and continue in the coming minutes. Kickoff made by Portuguese. It had the optimal length. Now Swiss team is approaching forward. Like I said, they were not that well seen. For example, now the player 10 who has the ball, Ziad Kayu. He was one of the key players. He scored hat-trick against Ukraine, but he was totally eliminated so far by the Portuguese defense.
Just on the push.
I'm interested if this is going to be different in the second half, but at least so far the Switzerland did not get behind the halfway, and it's again Portugal with the ball proceeding forward. Another penalty.
It was good, but not rolling away.
Greg Lehmann, the captain of Swiss team, has not been rolling away.
Leave! No, not 17.
Kayu pass, but we can see here the troubles. We can see how much the Swiss offense is under the pressure from the Portugal. Even though they have a ball, they are coming back. They are not able to break through, not able to surprise the boys in the red jerseys. We need to really give compliments to Portugal.
6. Portugal, 6 out.
When seeing their performance here, I'm under the impression that they didn't have their best day yesterday, because, like I said, their games were not as convincing as is their performance today. When we remind them, so it was 30-0 to 0 to 38 against France, but of course France is a bit of different animal. But then 38 to 12 Turkey, okay, 48 to 0 in Lithuania. But that took place especially in the second half. Lithuania was a bit tough to chew during the first 7 minutes. But now Portugal is giving no doubts that they are heading towards the victory, even though the score is just 10-0 at the moment. We are now waiting for medical treatment of one of the Swiss players. Seems like that he received some hit on the chest. Maybe his bones are hurting, but for sure he's breathing. He's not anyhow, let's say, injured on life. That's a positive news. The tournament is well equipped for these cases. There is a doctor who is just visible together with the physiotherapist of Swiss team.
Guys, inside 22.
And if that was Kayu, then it's, yeah, Zaid Kayu is leaving the field. Like I said, very important player for Switzerland in the group phase yesterday. He's leaving the field on his own, which is great to see. Being replaced by his teammate, and we can continue with the play.
Close! Wait. No, this one. Follow me.
A bit of smile from Stefano Bolzonella, the referee. Some complications in the Portuguese scrum.
Stay.
But very well spotted by Jose Nascimento. And now Portuguese are carrying one more try. Francisco Correa, his second try of the game, and now it's 15-0. First successful kick on the Portuguese side, now 17-0.
Water outside, please. Outside water.
Lovely footwork, followed by a hands-off and missed tackle from Emerick Lespes. He was the last person who touched this player, but of course, to touch is not enough. Now again, Correa with the ball, but well guarded by the Swiss, and Swiss now turned over. Dropped ball, and again a complication on the Swiss side. It seems to me that Switzerland is very good when it comes to defense. We can see that just 3 tries were scored by Portugal so far. But in the offense today, they don't have the day.
This is all.
Now again, the mistake, the pass was not optimal, but it was definitely catchable. And then the following contest for the ball, which was anyway ended as there was a knock-on. Clear signal from Bolzonella.
It's good.
Ball bounced.
Was the first on the ball.
And penalty.
First on the ball.
So again, praise for the Swiss defense. Now let's see if this approach will bring some fruit. A kick, but we see that there are actually more Portuguese, and there is even time for Correa to progress forward. He managed to offload to Carito, but Carito was then hardly hit and lost the ball. Last 2 minutes of the game ahead of us.
Number 7, red.
7 red subs. 7 red subs.
Here we can see it offload, and then number 5, Demian Schmidt, who was involved also in the previous tackle, still managed to find enough power to shake the ball from Carito. Well played by Swiss defense. And after a very long time, we can see Swiss players with the ball on the Portuguese half. Let's see if they will manage to harvest at least some point out of this. For sure, they would deserve. Or it's always difficult to speak about who deserves what, but okay, they would at least want to crown the performance in this game by some points. It's always quite nasty to leave with a 0. But again, they are really having issues with the handling skills in this game. It seems that the ball is very slippery, or their hands are. Anyway, Swiss team is recycling again, and this was not a good kick from the number 7. The ball bounced to the Portuguese number 7, but then he made a knock-on, so knock-on advantage for Switzerland at this moment. Individual breakthrough, but there's no space. Portuguese defense is very well ahead. So the referee is stopping the game, and again, as we are reaching the 7-minute milestone, there will be one more scrum this time. Switzerland feeding.
Last play, yeah? Last play. Oh, thank God.
Last play.
Bind! Rest.
One more attempt by Switzerland to get a little bit further towards the try line of Portugal. But as we can see, they have it really difficult. Portuguese are really well organized. They are not creating any unnecessary gaps. They are rushing forward, not giving any space. Therefore, Swiss team is opting for these kind of efforts to surprise the opponent by a kick. But again, it was not successful even this time. And here's the Portuguese red wave proceeding forward. Nice series of passes. The ball is still alive now. 3 Portuguese players on the right flank. Oh, still managed to somehow stop the defender. But finally Francisco Pinto made it. He failed to score the try in the first half as the ball dropped out of his hands, but this has not been repeated. Now at the end of the second half and at the end of the match, Portugal earns a relatively easy victory, 22-0. Sometimes we have temptation to say that the result is too cruel, and I would say that maybe it's too mild this time, because the difference is just 22 points, while Portugal had all the time the ball in their hands, all the time they were inside the territory of Switzerland. But on the other hand, Switzerland was very disciplined in the defense, and they didn't actually allow to do any excessive breaks from Portuguese, so ultimately, yeah.
Yep.
It's fair. 22-0 for Portugal. Portugal will therefore go for the contest for the 5th or 6th place. Switzerland will be worst 8th, best at best 7th. In the next game, we will learn what will be the opponents of the two teams.
Everybody hear me? Belgium ready?
Belgium, Romania, the two teams that have clashed already during yesterday, during the pool phase. Back then, Belgium managed to win by just 5 points. 24-19 was the result. Now they meet again. They meet again in the ranking playoffs, and they are actually competing. The winner will play against Portugal for the 5th or 6th place. Loser will then face Switzerland and compete for the 7th or 8th place. So like I said, the first encounter, which took place just yesterday, was a very tight contest, 24-19. Belgium was the winner. Let's see what is the mode and form today so far. Belgium at the ball. And still at the ball, as there was a penalty. We saw a breakaway from Melvin Leber. He was still stopped. Romanian defense was fast to come back. Now we can see in the camera, Belgians will be supported by their friends from the Belgian national girls team.
Belgium.
So Romania managed to interrupt the Belgian flow. Now they are with the ball, just short of their try line. They're trying like on the left side, and actually not well defended by Belgians. But okay, I was a bit too critical. They at least forced Romanian player to step out of the field. Therefore, a line out for Belgium.
The line. Belgium.
And this is a promising action on the left side. The offload was flying too low. Also praise to the defensive work. Now we can see Joshua and Robert Janko, the two players which stepped into the Belgian action.
The gap.
We get it from a replay. This was nice offload to Thomas van den Plas, but then his pass was flying just too low.
Knock on, offside. Knock on, offside.
However, again, with a bit of luck, Belgium is back at the ball. There was an offside from Romanian side. Another effort, and Romania needs to defend again.
Extra roll.
And okay,
Extra roll.
it seems that the referee sees a large number of infringements. Luka Lerotic from Croatia. We've at least heard him and seen him quite a lot in this game so far, 3 minutes away, but the game is not as fluent as both players and spectators would like to.
Back the gap, boys.
Well played by the Belgian team. And again, the ball is on the left. They are trying again the same method, and this time it might bring success. No, I would say that the first was a touch on the sideline. Try saving tackle before the tackle was actually made.
Grounding. What do you have on the touchline?
Referees has just a very short moment to assess this, but
Foot in the touch.
let's
first.
have a look. We will have a
Line
really
out,
nice
okay?
view on this one.
Okay.
Number 8 running, but
Stand
Joshua,
back on.
number 12, and there was a first touch
Touch.
before the try. Great work by, and I'm sorry I'm using his first name because his last name is Maravunavasavasa. But anyway, his defense quality is without a question. Now Romania having still issues despite that they won their own line out. They are under big pressure. But now Joshua is actually breaking through. Waiting for his teammates to give support. And ultimately it's kicked it. Gives some extra breathing space to Romania, and not just breathing space, also some attacking space because the bounce was very favorable. A bit lucky for Romania. Now Romania opportunity on the right side. Here we have a breakaway from David Urso, who is going to score the first try. So this is a cruel for Belgium. Belgium has spent most of the time attacking and sieging the Romanian try line, but in the end it's Romania who scores the first try. With number 8,
10 seconds.
David Urso. By the way, it stands for bear, and as we see, he's really not tiny guy. So quite fitting name. And he managed to fight through. So Romania
In front.
taking the lead in the second benchmarking between Belgium and Romania. As we can see, the Belgium victory in the first game did not push the Belgium team into the higher semi-finals. That's also, they actually were very close to get promoted to the semi-finals, as they were at some point drawing with Germany or even leading in the game, but then it was Germany who won. And now opportunity for Belgium. Belgium back with the answer. Supported by a great cheer from the Belgian girl players. It's with number 11, Gaspar Scoriel, who scores the first Belgian try. Now it's 5-7. Still conversion attempt ahead of us. Angle is not so bad. And a great kick. We are starting again. basically from scratch.
Last play, now kick off.
There will be still one play in the first half. And dramatic game still continues. Drama continues.
Play on.
Romania secure the ball. Moving on to the right, but here the ball bounced a bit out of the hands. It was forward, and that's all we've seen for the first half. Entertaining game between Belgium and Romania, reminding that this is a ranking semifinals. Those teams have already met last time, already met yesterday. 5-point victory for Belgium back then. Now Romania took the lead. Belgium team was a bit more active. They spent a bit more time in the Romanian territory, but then it was Romania taking the lead. However, Belgium made it. They came up with a fast reply, and now it's equal. See you again back in some 2 to 3 minutes after the halftime break. So again, Belgium-Romania, at the moment the score after first 7 minutes of the game, 7-7. And the referee, Luka Lerotic, is ready to start the second half, which is just now underway. Well caught by the Romanian player. Wonderful evasion technique, and now sprint for the game. Now great individual effort from Romanian 9, Aidan Ionescu. He first avoided several tackles and then made a tackle and pursued the ball and forced Belgian players to get the ball behind the sideline. Therefore Romania is continuing with a line out. But it was not straight. Second time we see it in this tournament, because Belgians contest it. They are getting the ball, continuing with the scrum. The Belgian team, nicknamed as Wild Pups. It's a team that I would place my bet on before this game, but as we can see, it's really tight. Both teams has their qualities, and now it's Romania who show their defensive qualities, still stopping one of the Belgian players in a breakaway. It doesn't pay off to go against the bear, I would say, for the Belgian offender to go against David Ursu, the try scorer from Romania, who well defended his corner. Belgians are not giving up, they are still looking for some space. We can see that there's a quality, and this again ends behind the touchline. Good tackle by Robert Janku. Simon Kwansina had no chance to slice through. or actually it's Aymane Hassoumi, apology. Different Belgian player.
Guys, let's speed it up, okay? Let's speed it up.
Referee Lerotic is encouraging the players to be a bit faster. He tries a little bit to deny the fact that the players are playing their 4th match in the 2nd day. It's been definitely very, very intensive experience, but that's how the 7th tournaments are built. Totally different sport than the Rugby 15s, at least from some perspective. Now it's Romania trying to find the hole in the Belgian defense, and they are in the middle. There are some players, but very good again individual skills. This time it was Matei Alexandru. Now Joshua, a little bit of a blind pass, but it found the player. Now important for Belgians to catch up, but it seems they are failing, and Robert Janku is passing behind the defense and scores 2nd try for Romania. Romania is again in the lead.
White number 6 and number 1 out.
White number 6 and number 1.
Half of the 2nd half is gone, and Romania is again ahead. At this point by 5 points, might be a bit more in a second.
10 seconds now.
The time for Belgium is running out. They were a bit more active, but now they need to be also a bit more creative, because Romanians were defending very well. They allowed only 1 try to the Wild Pups, who are now with a very spectacular passes moving the ball to the left. From their point of view now, effort to surprise, and this looks to be very promising. Melvin Labert is jumping into the try territory. Now I'm a little bit afraid that, well, let's see how the kicker will be successful, but he could have go a few more meters for a better kicking position, because the 2 points would mean a lead, but now it's all square, 12 to all. No kick through, so we are having again draw, 1.5 minutes till the end of the game. And here's again the sprint of Lebert. So we have a draw. And what I just want to say is that this game cannot end up with a draw. There must be a winner. We are in the ranking semifinals. Romania was now a bit closer to the victory. We have 1 more minute to go. Now it's Belgian turn. Oh, what a strong hands by Hassoumi. And Hassoumi might turn it over. Oh, what a defense. What an effort and spirit. It was Robert Janku as the first defender. There were a couple of more Romanians. Now they close the door. The doors are closed, but Belgians will continue with the ball. Penalty kick avoided to the players in the white jerseys, and now they are looking for space again on the other side of the field. Ball secured. Now the legs must wait like a tons to move them. We are at the end of the match, and Belgium still in the attack. Romanians resilient defense, but they are not able to stop them entirely. They are not able to steal the ball. How about this attack? This is amazing, but this is still not touchdown. The ball is still in the air, and up it can go, and it's a winning try for Belgium. Unbelievable. David Aroni is the hero for the World Pups on this tournament. Romania was 2 times in the lead. Belgium was just catching up, but now to the great satisfaction of the girls from Belgium who are supporting their friends from the male rep national team. Belgium is in a wonderful dramatic finish, earning a victory, and they will fight with Portugal for the final 5th place. Romania to see Switzerland in the 7th place game. Amazing. I would say the best game we've seen yesterday and dramatic was Czechia-Spain, but for sure today, so far, it was this game between Belgium and Romania. Amazing drama. I would felt a bit more sympathy with Belgium as they had more possession, they were a bit more active. Romania was rather defending. Still, they managed to take lead 2 times, but then it was actually about the luck. Both of the sides could win this time. Bit more luck to the Belgium. Congratulations to Belgium, but big respect to Romania. Good luck to the both teams for their final matches here on the Rugby Europe Championship under 18. And in the next one, we will go to the face with the big semi-final, starting with Czechia, France, followed by Germany, Spain. Tak krásné odpoledne všem faninkám a fanouškům. Zdravíme ze středočeských Hříčan, tedy správně řečeno ze středočeských Hříčan, kde budeme svědky druhého českého semifinále. Již dnes ráno nastoupily české rugbystky proti Španělsku, bohužel neuspěli, budou tak obhajovat bronz. Opět nastoupí odpoledne v utkání o 3. místo, ale šanci dostat se do semifinále, do finále mají stále čeští junioři do 18 let. Čeká je však neuvěřitelná výzva, a to v podobě francouzských rugbystů. Francouzi zatím představili rugby jako z jiného světa, což určitě potvrdí i můj spolukomentátor pro toto utkání Petr Býma, kterého tímto zdravím.
Zdravím Jirko, zdravím do studia. Ano, Francouzi jsou jasnými favority tohoto turnaje, přesto náš tým si myslím, že může předvést opravdu hodně. Máme tu kvalitu, právě týmy oba dva nastupují, vrátíme se k tomu, Jirko, za chvíli ještě.
Jasně, teď už vidíme oba týmy nastupovat. Jen připomeňme pouť obou těchto týmů. Francie rozdrtila všechny své soupeře ve skupině. Portugalsko, Turecko, Litva. Jejich skóre, jen tak pro zajímavost, 157 bodů, které nadělili, pouze 7 obdrželi. Česko bylo v takzvané španělské skupině a odehráli neuvěřitelně vyrovnané dramatické utkání. Včera večer v 8:30 bylo to úplně poslední utkání toho dne, kde několikrát v utkání vedli a nakonec až v dramatickém finiši byli poraženi. To byl opravdu zrušující zápas, který dal velké naděje, Petře, Čechům do tohoto utkání.
Přesně tak, naši měli velkou podporu, je vidět, že rugby do Hříčan jednoznačně patří. Tento šampionát si myslím, že našel své pravé místo. Rodiny i spoluhráči z klubu přišli podpořit české hráče.
Přesně tak, český tým se zvlášť opíral o trojlístek hráčů, kterému se určitě dostaneme, ale teď už se věnujeme tomu utkání, které bylo zahájeno. Bylo zahájeno výkopem francouzského týmu, který tedy obhajuje titul, který zatím nenechává nikoho na pochybách, že za tím titulem jde, ale uvidíme, co na to řeknou čeští hráči. Bohužel tohle to vypadá jako velice nebezpečná situace a bohužel i první 5 pro francouzský tým v podání Nathaniela Sengy číslem 8. Netrvalo to Francouzům nakonec ani 25 vteřin.
Je to škoda, bylo to něco podobného, co předvedli naopak naši hráči včera, kdy Matouš Borecký skoroval snad v 5. vteřině utkání.
Přesně
Takže nám
tak.
to nevyšlo a myslím, že se vrátíme do zápasu.
Bylo to hned výkopem a zmínil jsem Matouše Boreckého. Já bych přidal ještě 2 jména. Neunavitelný, nezastavitelný Jakub Bednář a dále Marcos Michopoulos. To je trojlístek klíčových českých hráčů, ale samozřejmě český tým hraje vždycky v 7. Je to týmová práce.
Naprosto souhlasím, je zajímavé, Jirko, sledovat ty 3 hráči, jak jsou rozdílní. Jakub Bednář má velký drive, rve se, chce jít dopředu. Když to například takový Matouš Borecký, který hraje v nejvyšší anglické juniorské soutěži, má ten potřebný nadhled, klid, diriguje, vidí příležitosti. A Marcos Michopoulos, ten je nesmírně nadaný hráč, pohotový, inteligentní, skvěle řeší situace.
A teď tady byly inteligentní reakce v plání českého týmu, protože Francouzům se vůbec nepovedl výkop. Bohužel nám se teď podobnou měrou nepovedla ta přihrávka. Je tady navíc závar, bude se jeden z českých hráčů muset vracet. Navíc teď je potřeba, aby tam rychle měl podporu. Byli tam dotírající Francouzi, Češi to však zvládli zatím skvěle. Tak Češi drží míč, teď se ho pojistili. Teď uvidíme tu nepříjemnou francouzskou branu. Všimněte si, jak oni okamžitě vybíhají, ale tady se povedlo alespoň na chvilku najít prostor. Teď je to trošku fotbal, tady tohle to je Matouš Borecký se 13. Paráda, máme tady dramatický únik, jestli se nepletu, to je právě Jakub Bednář, který je tam ve stíhačce, ale bohužel skládal hráče s míčem.
Opět to byla taková ta osvědčená osa. Marcos Michopoulos si věřil, našel prostor, míč se dostal k Matouši Boreckému a Jakub Bednář téměř dokončil.
Nicméně dostali jsme se už celkem blízko k Francouzům, tohle to musí pozbudivé, teď akorát neudělat chybu, teď neudělat mezeru. Francouzi jsou neuvěřitelně silní, ale i oni chybují, jak jsme viděli právě teď. Michopoulos u míče, Michopoulos tam ještě má podporu, hledá podporu, dokázal ještě přihrát. Francouzi u míče, tam byl nejrychlejší Gilles Vermeulen. Francouzi teď budou vynášet, uvidíme. A výborný tlak, teď tam způsobil chybu, bylo to riskantní, Češi se vysunuli, ale vidíme, že Francouzi díky tomu neudělali skvělou přihrávku. Ale Francouzi umí hrát naprosto z každé situace, což vidíme teď. Češi se teď opět musí vracet a tohle už nestihnou. Teď máme v akci hráče s číslem 10 Ilian Sonko Basing. Obrovský, silný hráč, nevím, jestli už teď během turnaje nadělal možná 10 pětek během předchozích 3 zápasů.
Je to trošku škoda, když jsme Francouze dostali pod tlak a oni zjevně udělali chyby. Je třeba každou takovou chybu využít, moc jich nebude.
Na druhou stranu, komu se takhle Francouze podařilo potrápit? Musíme si samozřejmě přihrát polívčičku a trošku pochválit české hráče. Nicméně tohle bude opravdu intenzivní a náročné utkání. Hráči to mají velice těžké během 2 dnů, 5 utkání.
Přesně tak, navíc tady Francouzi mají profesionální tým, mají tady široký realizační tým, každé utkání si nahrávají, analyzují, je to úplně jiný přístup, je vidět, že je to velká rugbyová země.
Je to tak, navíc jejich realizační tým byl pro tento rok posílen od trenéra z nejvyšší francouzské úrovně z top 14, top 14, elitní francouzská soutěž. Když se díváme, odkud jsou ty hráči, máme tam spoustu hráčů právě z těchto letních týmů, Clermont-Ferrand, Bayonne, mohli bychom pokračovat a tak dále a tak dále. Teď však zpátky do hry, volný kop pro Čechy. Mimochodem, věc, co mě šokuje, nezačínám tomu rozumět, Francouzi neumějí výkopy, ani francouzsky, které válcují soupeře, ani Francouzi druhý zkažený výkop, ale jak vidíme, Francouze to zatím nezastavuje v té jejich jízdě. Příležitost však pro Čechy. Teď se k míči dostal Bednář, který přihrává na Boreckého. U míče teď Strnad. A bohužel tady jsme chybovali, neuvolněný míč a neuvěřitelně rychlé rozhrání v podání Francouzů, kteří okamžitě vycítili přečíslení na své levé straně a nedali nám vůbec šanci nic s tím udělat. Teď ještě Borecký, jak jsme se bavili, člověk s neuvěřitelným fyzickým fondem tam byl, ale nestačil na rychlou nového Francouze.
Já bych ještě podotknul, oba čeští trenéři reprezentací, jak ženské Lionel Perrin, David Kurtex, oba jsou z Francie. Pozorně sledují toto utkání mezi Francií a Českem. Těžko říct, Jirko, komu fandí?
Tak já doufám, že fandí svému zaměstnavateli, tedy českému týmu. Když si zmínil Davida Kurtexe, u něj je zajímavé, že, jak jsme se bavili, tohleto mistrovství probíhá zároveň pro dívky i chlapce a on byl za několika francouzskými tituly. Byl tady v Petrovicích pár let zpátky, nyní už je tedy na druhé straně barikády, byť, jak si zmínili, je trenérem, ale té seniorské části. Tady musíme zmínit trenérské duo Šampalík-Kohout, který vede tento tým. Tak tady to byl asi předhost, takže krátká výhoda pro Francouze. A tam se bohužel rýsuje přečíslení. Ne, Michopoulos si perfektně poradil. Vzal je za vršek, nedovolil přihrávku.
Stay behind, no, back.
Francouzi rozhazují další útok. Opět musíme obdivovat ty přihrávky, ale zároveň obdivovat i český tým, jak se vysunul, jak neumožnil rozhodit Francouzům až do samotného konce, což se jim bohužel teď povedlo a několika velice rychlými kroky to bylo opět Nathaniel Senga, který tak překonal českou obranu a přidává druhou pětku.
Já bych ještě možná doplnil k oběma francouzským trenérům českých reprezentací žen i mužů, že jsou oba dva nesmírně pracovití. Oni nepracují jenom na úrovni reprezentace, ale chodí pravidelně do klubu, pomáhají s rozvojem, s výcvikem a tréninku samotných trenérů. David Kurtex mi sám říkal, že jeden víkend v Česku absolvoval nebo viděl 9 zápasů.
A možná právě i to je ta pracovitost, která patří k nějaké, řekněme, francouzské rugbyové etice a kterou teď vidíme na hřišti. Navíc úspěšný kop v podání Pabla Garbakosy, hráče, kterého jsme včera příliš neviděli. Prosadil se teď dvoubodově, alespoň proti Čechům. Skóre 28-0, blížíme se ke konci prvního poločasu. S českými vyhlídkami na finále to nevypadá příliš silně, nicméně Francouzi jsou neuvěřitelně silný tým, reprezentanti extratřídy. Koneckonců jejich seniori jsou úřadující olympijští vítězové v sedmičkovém rugby. Nyní však Češi to nezabalují, jdou dál. Šamánek, petrovický hráč, který to zkusil vpravo, nevadí. Parádní, musíme pochválit kluky za tu rychlost toho raku. Moment, kdy hráč vlastně se dostane na zem a vytáhneme míč, je většinou rychlá. Bohužel ne, v tomhle případě Francouzi byli rychlejší. Míč nám sebrali, donutili chybu a teď se tady valí další bílá vlna k našemu pětkovišti. Ještě se tam vrací do hráči, tak tohle to je parádní práce a závazek, neuvěřitelný výkon českého týmu, byli tam pouze dva hráči. Obrovská chvála Šamánkovi, Bednářovi, ještě jeden hráč tam byl. Tohle to je neuvěřitelné, nezabalili to a tady vidíme, že se vyplatí hrát do poslední vteřiny, do poslední šance nikdy neumírá. No a teď Češi to zkouší mimo záběr kamer, už na záběru kamer na své levé straně. Stále, i když už hrajeme přes čas, to nezabalují. Teď tady vidíme, hledají podporu, ale samozřejmě ta únava se nasčítala. Ale je tady hodně prostoru a tohle je kdo jiný než Jakub Bednář. Ale ani jeho rychlé nohy teď nestačily, aby doběhl do brankoviště. Stále se hraje. Borecký. Dál přihrává Michopoulos. Dostáváme se na levou stranu, Francouzi tam vypadají připraveni, ale pokus o sidestep. Stále živý míč, tohle je fantastické, jakým způsobem Češi hrají. A teď to máme zpravo. Borecký Bednář, tak vyjde to Bednářovi teď. Bednář podklouzl. Už se tam nevěřil na to doběhnout na ten praporek. Tak trošku byl Říčanský pažit proti němu. Máme výhodu. No tak hrajeme už 9. minutu, bohužel ji nedohrajeme. Český tým nedá tu svou první pětku, ale strhující rugby během prvního poločasu.
Přesně tak, je to z české strany malinko víc upracovanější, Francouzi jsou rychlejší, ten přechod do útoku mají takový ladnější.
Tady jsme viděli tu akci, kdy byl Bednář velice blízko, dokážu si představit spoustu českých generálů po bitvě. By mu říkalo, proč neběžel na prapor, ale nepovedlo se, nevadí. Velice sympatický výkon, bohužel celkem kruté skóre, 28-0. Petře, viděl bys nějaké prostory, možná ke zlepšení do toho druhého poločasu? Co by český tým mohl udělat, aby alespoň dotáhl tu pětku proti Francouzům?
Já si myslím, že by si kluci mohli víc věřit. Marcos Michopoulos to má v sobě, Matouš Borecký. Je potřeba je trošku podpořit, naběhnout si do volného prostoru. Je to těžké, Francouzi působí, že mají dobrou fyzičku, vykryvají ty prostory, uzavírají to dobře.
A trestají.
Možná zkusit přejít 1 na 1. Ano, trestají.
Tohle bylo tedy zatím vše z prvního poločasu semifinálového utkání na mistrovství Evropy juniorů mezi Českem a Francií. Francie zatím potvrzuje kvality, ale Češi se nebojí a rozhodně nepředvádí výkon, za který by se měli stydět. Druhý poločas začne za několik málo okamžiků v sedmičkovém rugby. Ta pauza trvá tak 2 minuty a pak se hraje znova. Ještě doplním k našemu programu, který samozřejmě pokračuje. Uvidíme i ta závěrečná utkání našich týmů. Petře, tady mě když tak oprav, pokud se spletu, ale další na programu budou dívky. Dívky se utkají o bronz, budou znovu obhajovat bronzové medaile. Tento utkání je čeká od 16 hodin a 42 minut a utkají se proti Belgičankám.
Přesně tak, já myslím, že dívky, i po tom semifinále jsem s nimi mluvil, v týmu je dobrá atmosféra, oni ho teda prohráli, ale jsou jako tak pěkně nabuzené, baví je to, daří se jim, já myslím, že proti Belgičankám mají velkou šanci. Mají tady velkou podporu, je dobré vidět, kolik rodinných příslušníků a opět jako spoluhráček jim fandím celé české rugby.
Přesně tak, tohle je výhoda, kterou můžou právě požívat naše týmy, že hrají v domácím prostředí. V jakémsi, řekněme, českém rugbyovém svatostánku, v říčanské rugbyové aréně. Místo, kde jsou odkud pocházejí momentální mistři, jak v ženském, tak v mužském rugby. Ale zpátky k tomuto utkání. O výkop se postaral se sedmičkou Sebastian Hub. A bohužel tohle je obrázek, který jsme několikrát viděli a který jsme určitě nechtěli vidět hned na začátku dalšího poločasu. Další pětka Francie.
Přesně tak, dáte Francouzům kousek prostoru, oni ho okamžitě využijí. Mají na to rychlé, vyzrálé hráče i v tomto věku už. Češi prostřídali. Vůbec zajímavostí českého výběru je, že nominoval tuším 6 rolníků a 7 útočníků.
Přesně, na sedmičkový tým je to poměrně velký počet rolníků.
Ono je to zajímavé i v seniorské reprezentaci, že tady toto děláme. Kvalita některých hlavně třetiřadníků, jako třeba mladý David Surga, je taková, že jsou schopni prostě hrát i běhavé, technicky náročné sedmičkové rugby.
Přesně navíc, co je radost sledovat u těchto mladých hráčů, je, že už to není taková ta, řekněme, hra, zvláště v 15kovém rugby, kdy jsme zatčeni strukturou. Je to mnohem živější, kreativnější, improvizace. A což se samozřejmě projevuje nejen na výsledcích, ale i na tom, že to rugby je mnohem pohlednější. Pohledné rugby nám předvádí právě i tento tým. Češi teď šli do kontaktu. A tohle to byla přidávka, která se nepovedla. Teď samozřejmě Francouzi, okamžitě jsme viděli, jak vyjela ta vlna hráčů v bílém, okamžitě připraveni trestat. Češi však míč udrželi a zkouší to na levé straně. Francouzi však opět připraveni ve skládce Lefevre, autor předchozí pětky, který společně s jedním dalším spoluhráčem vytlačil Sebastiana Huba až do autu. Teď je to v komunikaci rozhodčích.
White, all white.
Tak je to nakonec asi jen střídání.
Ano, uvidíme, jak na tom budou naši s fyzickými silami.
Tady ovšem Lefevre, fantastická obranná práce, musíme uznat kvality Francouze. Při této akci Francouzi tak mají na naší linii 22 metrů vhazování do autu, aut vyhráli. Jakom se však podařilo zastavit první fázu, ten míč ale je živý a dokonce teď už je i na straně českého týmu. Výborně.
Dobře jsme získali míč, tam se zapojil Martin Brodský, to byl původně náhradník, teďka už je v týmu. Je to odchovanec ARC Judika, který přešel do Tatry Smíchova. Hraje nyní v Praze.
Těšil jsem se, až zmíníš, Petře, i svůj mateřský klub samozřejmě. Jinak, když se bavíme o té klubové příslušnosti, tam je zajímavé, že tam je naprostá předváha hráčů Tatry Smíchov. 9 z těch 13 nominovaných z Tatry.
Nebude to, Jirko, tím, že hlavní trenér je Karel Šampalík z Tatry Smíchov?
Do toho se nechci pouštět, raději bych se pustil teď do popisu nadcházející situace. Čechům se opět podařilo udržet míč, ale vidíme, že jsou stále ze své 22, jsou hluboko ve svém území. Bylo by určitě i psychicky lepší se dostat pryč a ta příležitost teď přichází. Francouzi se provinili proti pravidlům, trestný kop.
Přesto, Jirko, když přeneseme hru ze strany na stranu, jsme takový jako pomalejší v tom útočení. Kdyby mít tam trošku větší drive do těch otevřených prostor, často jako míříme dovnitř. Ti Francouzi si víc věří, oběhnou toho hráče.
Navíc teď je vidět, že jsme si opravdu nevěřili hrát tu otevřenou hru, chtěli jsme kopnout do autu, bohužel ten míč tam neodskákal, budeme se muset tak zase bránit. Ale zatlačili jsme aspoň, odstěhovali jsme míč, Francouzi budou teď spíš tlačit nás. Přihazují opět míč na levou stranu a ani tentokrát se nám nepodaří zastavit Mata Lefevra.
A to je přesně ono, o čem jsme mluvili, oni prostě využívají těch křídelných otevřených prostor, nebojí se jít jeden na jednoho, mají tu kvalitu, sílu, rychlost.
Matt Lefevre. Společně s nimi zmínil i hráče s desítkou, který se tak už jednou prosadil, Ilian Sonkobasen. To jsou dva nejvíce bodující hráči, kteří se vyskytují na křídlech a dokáží smrtelně trestat. Teď pokud se divíte, co se tam děje, francouzský hráč získává čas, čeká, pokud ho tam bude atakovat nějakým způsobem jeden z Čechů. Češi už věděli, že nedostihnou tohoto hráče, proto už byli trošku, řekněme, nechci říct rezignovaní, ale...
Já za sebe, Jirko, musím říct, že tady to získávání času se mi moc nelíbí, teda v rugby. Já bych raději viděl, kdyby to ti hráči položili hned.
Jasně, je to určitá taktika, která v rugby tak často, nebo respektive v této situaci na těchto turnajích ji vidíme, ale víc takových momentů tam není. Trošku bych obhájil hráči, že přece jenom hrát v tomto tempu. Ty sedmičkové turnaje jsou opravdu vražedné, je to neuvěřitelně náročné na kondici.
Chápu, rozumím, já zase vždy stojím na straně fanoušků, kteří chtějí vidět ten míč ve hře.
Kteří chtějí více a rychleji, přesně tak. Uvidíme, zdali nám to teď nabídnou čeští hráči. Češi bohužel, troufnu si říct, už nemůžou francouzské vedení ohrozit, ale můžou se alespoň pokusit o ten čestný úspěch, o to položit pětku Francouzům. Vidíme, že zbraně neskládají, hledají prostor, ale ten prostor je stále těžší a těžší najít. Řekl bych, že těch vlaštovek tam bylo více v tom prvním poločase, ale teď je to opravdu těžké.
Ano, viděli jsme to dobře na malém, ale agilním Adamu Proprovi, který v těch minulých zápasech měl mnohem víc prostoru se prosadit. Francouzi to zavírají a nešlo to dopředu.
Teď alespoň můžeme využít opět trošku prostoru díky trestnému kupu.
Opět jdeme dovnitř.
Ono tam opticky vždycky vypadá, že tam ten prostor je, ale tam stačí pár kroků a francouzský obránce se dotáhne. Tohle to jsou velice těžké situace. Navíc hráči nemůžou využít našich dvou kamer. Teď velice dlouhá přihrávka až na samotný kraj a tam se pokusil uvolňovat Adam Proprov, jak si ho zmínil. A teď pokopalen, tam běží pouze sám kopající hráč Mikuláš Lauterkrantz. Spíše se jednalo o odevzdání míče, je to trošku projev, řekněme, té frustrace, co s tím Francouzi prostě brání perfektně. A rovněž ji útočí, což ale víme, a tohle to bude hat-trick v podání Matta Lefevra. Hráč s číslem 5 se opět dostane, uvidíme, jak moc dlouho bude čekat, ale Češi se k němu nehrnou, takže nějakou chvíli tam počká, blíží se konec utkání.
Ono je to obecně, když sedmičkovou rugby, že naše týmy s těmi silnými protivníky, jako jsou Španělsko nebo Francie, drží dobře krok první poločas, ale v té druhé půli se už projeví lepší fyzička.
A je tam to hodně, je tam fyzička. Včera jsme tady měli Martina Kavku, který o tom sáhodlouze, nebo v dobrém, rozebíral tu situaci. Mluvil vlastně o tom, že ty Francouzi, tam to není jenom o těch jednotlivých dovednostech, které oni mají dál, rychlost a tak dále. Je to i o tom přemýšlení, o tom přehledu, o těch instinktech. A tohle všechno se tam projeví. Jen to jsme mohli vidět teď. Všechno vypadá ladně, jednoduše.
Proto jsme taky angažovali do českého rugby dva francouzské špičkové kouče, aby jsme to dokázali udělat copy-paste.
Přesně tak.
Takže pokud budeme hrávat za pár let stejně dobře jako Francouzi, tak to bude dobré.
To bychom se určitě nezlobili, určitě by měla radost i ta starší generace českých rugbystů, kteří by připomněli, že s Francouzi hrávali vyrovnaná utkání v 60. 50. letech, ale ta doba je pryč, tady máme teď novou generaci, která nastupuje a která bohužel opět inkasuje. A ještě jednou nakonec to skóre se přehoupne přes 50.
Teď jsem, Jirko, trošku zaváhal, jestli si myslel starší generaci, třeba generaci Eduarda Kristana, absolutní legendy českého rugby, nebo starší generaci v podání třeba Antonína Brabce, rovněž legendy českého rugby.
Já bych to uzavřel skórem tohoto utkání, které se zastavilo na 56 bodech pro Francouze, bohužel pro český tým. To je konec finálového snu, ale na druhou stranu Češi budou bojovat o 3. místo. Postaví se proti buď Španělsku nebo proti Německu. Troufnul bych si říct, že Španělsko je favorizovaný soupeř, jsou to vícemistři z minulého roku. A když vezmeme v potaz to, jak vyrovnanou partii Češi včera se Španěli hráli, tak ta naděje na bronz je velice reálná. pokud budete chtít vědět, jak tohle to dopadne, jak dopadnou naše želízka v ohni, naše bronzová želízka v ohni, tak nezapomeňte sledovat ČT Sport Plus. Od 16:42 se představí dívky proti Belgičankám a od 17 hodin a 4 minut, to znamená zápas i hned poté, čeští chlapci proti buď Němcům, anebo Španělům, rovněž o bronzové medaile. Děkujeme moc za podporu, děkuji taky Petru Bímovi, který si právě teď připravuje rozhovor s jedním z českých hráčů.
So just ended semi-final game between France and Czech Republic. We have Martin Brodsky from the Czech team. Martin, this was a very difficult game, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. A very difficult match for us. But we are grateful to have an opportunity to play with the teams like France. Is world rugby quality, highest quality in the world, and the performance from us wasn't best, but we are looking forward to match for the bronze medal. So,
what do you think? What was the biggest issue against the France?
Maybe mentality from us wasn't really good, but France has absolutely different level of the rugby right now in that category, because they are faster, stronger. Their tactics managers are really good, so that's it.
But as I can see, there's a good spirit amongst the Czech team. So you're looking forward for the bronze medal game, yeah?
Yeah, we are looking forward. We are gonna be ready and see you there.
Thank you, Martin.
Tak jenom v rychlosti ještě přiložím rozhovor s Martinem Brodským. Velice těžký zápas, ale zároveň skvělá zkušenost hrát s týmem světové úrovně, jakým Francie. Právě ta úplně jiná úroveň, to byl ten rozdíl mezi týmy podle Martina Brodského. Zároveň on a věřím, že i celý tým se těší na utkání o bronzové medaile, které bude dnes později. Tímto se loučíme pro tuto chvíli a věříme, že se připojíte opět na utkání o třetí místo jak českých dívek, tak českých chlapců. Rugby zdar! So welcome back. First semi-final is over. We know that the France will be in the final, will be defending the title again, or will try actually. Now let's see who is going to be their opponent. We have two other strong sides meeting. Here we have a Spanish team with a joke in a dress like Fiji. Sometimes feels really like Fiji. Great performance from this team, and against them the winner of Pool C, Germany, in the pale blue jerseys. So reminding, Germany managed to win all the matches, even though some of them were close. Germans managed to win bronze medals last year, therefore they are definitely aiming to repeat that, and for them, of course, it will be also a dream to get to the finals. But they will have it really difficult. Spain is a traditional participant of the final game, traditional opponent of France. But we've seen that also different teams can play against Spain. Wow, that was a really tough tackle resulting from a slide. But Spanish attack is still continuing. Let's come back to the summary of the journeys of the two teams before this game. And now let's focus on the continuing Spanish attacking efforts. The Spains are not playing too wide, they play one or two passes and then into contact. And now Germany forced mistake, and Germany is immediately trying to surprise and find some gap. A penalty continues. This is because of the Spain was not fast enough to create a 10-meter gap. Wow, what a finish! Sorry, what a quick start. We're now looking on one of the German players, namely it's Severin Zirbes, one of the veterans from the previous championship from 2025 that took place in Bourgogne. And like I said, that was the championship where Germans earned bronze medals. And now Spain actually claimed the ball, and this is an attacking opportunity, and we know how Spain is fast and furious and dangerous. But Germans are still there, but that's not enough. First round of the game, Lucas Alvarez with a try. This is a player that actually buried winning chances of the Czech team. Spain had a really tough game yesterday against the Czech team. They were losing 2 times. Ultimately, they managed to come back and to win the game. But it was a really hard-fought battle, and I believe that the Spanish team could take lessons learned from this game to get better prepared and not to underestimate their German counterparts. But Germans are still bravely fighting, and of course we are just at the beginning. After 4 minutes of the game, it's just 7-0 for the Spanish team. So very good stability here by Guzman Vinuesa, who did not get tackle in the end, could make few more steps, attract one more defender, and then release free Alvarez to score a try. Interesting. Spanish player decided to go very close to the ruck where there was not that much defense available, but Germans managed to stop them. Oh, it was again Vinuesa. Spanish team is changing the direction from left to right, from right to left, and now Vinuesa, wonderful offload, and in the end it found Paul Vilches, number 8 from the Spanish team, who scores a second try and extends the Spanish lead. Victor throw by Victor Gallego. He missed by quite much. Spain 12 points ahead of Germany in the second semi-final. Here was this amazing offload by Vinuesa. Even though Vinuesa have not accurately hit his teammate, it was good enough to bounce back to his hands and finish this try opportunity. Now a not good kickoff. Free kick for Germany. Now we can hear as the German fans are again alive and supporting their mates. Germans have one of the strongest, let's say, crowds here in Ricany. Of course, their benefit is that the advantage is that they are closer, but they are also very much loyal. And now this loyalty will pay off with the first try made by the German team. What an action! Elfric Bitter made it. He scores the first and important contact try for Germany. For sure, we will see this action again from a replay. Now Severin Zirbes makes it 12-7, just 5-point gap. So Spanish team did not allow Germans to do a lot. They were actually still occupying the German territory. But Germany has spotted the gap in the defense and they have fully exploited it. Now dramatic development and huge kickoff. Very well done by the German kicker. And as we can see, Spanish team plays it safe. There was 7 minutes already gone. And therefore, half-time break. So another thrilling and exciting game. lot to look forward to for the second half.
Yes, yes.
Spain against Germany. Spain has a 5-point lead from the first half. But looks like that this won't be an easy match for this team
Germany.
to get to the final match against France. They will still need to maintain the lead and ideally extend, but the Germans will not give anything for free. Germany is on top, supported by a strong crowd here. It's as if they are playing at home, actually. So Germany starting with the ball. Stefan Darimont with a good catch of the kickoff.
Eleven blue out. 11 blue. 11 blue. 11 azul.
And on substitution, Leonard Grimm comes off the field, being replaced by fresh pair of legs. And a Spanish throw-in. Well done, line out. Troubles on the Spanish side to maintain the ball. And now there's a space on the right side. There was Paul Virges, the player who scored one of the 2 tries of Spain in this match. But now
Number 2 and number 5 white. 2 and 5 white.
the time is off and we need still to wait for several substitutions. Now also the Spain is changing the players. We could saw the for a moment Guzman Vinuesa. No, so apology, it's number 4. This is Aris Jimenez, who is now acting as a scrum half and starting another attacking action by the Spanish team. Germans covered well the wings, and so Spanish players are trying their luck more through the middle. Now there's some space, and Carlos Bauchali has amazing pace. We have not seen actually this player much. Maybe he was not given that much space, but this was amazing individual action, and And important try for Spain. They are again getting some extra space, extra points on top of their German counterparts. With a good conversion now, it's 12-point difference. Here again, Carlos Baixauli. He saw a gap between two players, suggested one direction and then they used the other one. Amazing.
Sub. Number 4. Number 4 white. Number 3 blue. 4 white and 3 blue. 12 in.
Bianco, dai il microfono.
Number 12. 12.
As we could hear, even referees from time to time, they need to test the microphones.
Wait.
It's good that it works. The margin is bigger and the time is now running out for the German team. 4 minutes to go, but it's still playable. But the Germans need to answer really fast. The ball bounced out. Possibly the last person to touch the ball was a Spanish player, so Germans will throw into the line out. The pace of the game has been a bit slowed down. It's not as hectic as in the first half. Naturally, as the players are getting tired, let's remind, this is their game number 4 in just 2 days. In less than 30 hours. The referee was not fully satisfied with scrum. And a free kick to Germany. And this is going to be a card. No. Okay, so the mistake was rather on the side of the German team, who was too far. He didn't, let's say, reset the ball. So they needed to start again, and of course by that they lost the momentum, the advantage of it, but it doesn't have to be a problem. This was amazing carry by one of the German players, and Germany can go forward still. Now Spanish needs to organize. Let's see how much room there is on the right side. This could be potentially overlap. Oh, wonderful tackle. It was with number 1, Adrian Fernandez. No chance for the German back, but Germans are still at the ball. Another penalty, but again, they will need to restart it again. The referee, Malebo, again didn't like the way the Germans reset the game. Here we have the hard hit. It was partly with the neck and head, so could be a bit dangerous for the tackle, but he made it. Line out and substitution. One more substitution on the German side. Stefan Darimont is coming off the field, being replaced. Again, not sure if this helps Germany, because there is one more break. They cannot just build up on the momentum they've been having for the past few moments. And ball goes behind. This is a complication again for the German team. Not releasing the tackle player. Oh, what a strong carry again from German Felix May. And there's a room on the right. Let's see now how fast that will be defense and how fast attack, but Spanish. Amazing defensive performance, but Germans still ball alive, still at play, and another good tackle. So this is a rugby that the spectators must love. Of course, it must be very stressful for the German fans, because the time is running out. We have 30 seconds left, and it's actually more than one try. Now it might be really too late for the German team if they score. But the referee again wants the ball to be restarted properly. Now we are seeing the replays in the meantime. Germans passing towards the left flank. And there was some room, but again, very solid defense by the Spanish defense. Now we are in injury time. At this moment, I feel safe to say that it's going to be the Spain that will qualify to the finals. Even if the Germany scores immediately, they will not have enough time to score for the second time. The margin of Spain is just too high.
2 minutes, my voice. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Spanish team is now looking to get the ball behind the touchline, and by that, end this exciting semi-final game. Again, it was the favorite, the Spain, that managed to win 90-7. But this raises a question: how big chances do the Spain have against France? France has been dominating every game. Spain had it a bit more difficult and challenging against the Spain and against Czechia. Will this performance be enough? That's a question, but for sure bronze medal game will be very tough. At this moment, we are past the first big block. All the teams play their first games of this day. There's just one more left, and those, of course, which will be most important. Just about the, let's remind for both girls and boys tournament, what are the most important games ahead of us. Of course, every team will play the final ranking game, but then mentioning the medals, 16:42 of a local time. It will be bronze medal game, Czechia, Belgium. 17 hours, 4 minutes, bronze medal game, Czechia, Germany. And then we'll have the big finals, 17:30, girls tournament, France, Spain, and the same teams will meet also in the boys final, starting at 6 p.m. local Czech CE summertime. Thanks a lot for following, thanks for supporting your teams. Congratulations to the finalists and all the luck to the remaining games. The second block will start soon, and before that still we have one more interview from Petr. Coming soon.
Spain just did beat Germany in semi-final. Pau, Vilches, Fernandez. How was the game?
Obviously, it was tight until the very end. We were comfortable most of the time, but there were a couple of plays where we had to run almost all the pitch because we lost the ball. And well, I think to highlight our defense, because it was all 40 minutes, we had to be on our feet and keep fighting until the last whistle.
They created a lot of strength. It was the harder position, no?
Yeah, well, it's 7, so it's always a little bit tricky, but I think we did really well out there.
There is a lot of fans from Spain. Can you feel their support?
Yeah, in every match we thank them for being here. We know it's quite far from where we are from, but we are always proud to have them with us.
So enjoying the rugby today. Looking forward for the final. Are you gonna win?
Yes, I think taking into account last year final where we lost, I think it's great to be here again, and we hope we can do a great match against France.
Gracias, Pau.